Hey guys. One day we'll get a clean stream start. What's up? How's it going, everybody? So this is gonna be on the shorter side. I was writing another update for my video, which, by the way, is gonna end up probably being like a 1 hour long video. It's already 40 minutes long. And yeah, hashtag where is Parrot? Parrot stood me up on Valentine's Day when you think about it. Like when you think about it, I got stood up by a parrot. So here I am on Valentine's Day anyway to spend it with you guys. And while I was writing my script for my video, I think I started to gather my thoughts. I was pretty upset this morning when I woke up to the tweet because it had some pretty sensitive subjects in it. And really make you think. It really makes you think. But once I start like writing stuff and jolting down stuff, that's when I really started to make clear thoughts and form clear thoughts in my head. And I was like, okay, I'm down to do a guerrilla stream. I'm bored. Took a nap earlier. And there's a lot of the wording in the Doki bird statement that I want us to go over together. And I haven't seen what anybody else is saying about it, by the way. I haven't been catching up on like all the videos. There's just so much content output coming out from this particular situation that I can't keep up because I need to work on my own stuff. So I'm gonna start with going through the Doki bird statement. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna talk about a few things, a few events and repercussions since yesterday that happened, and then after that we're gonna summarize the whole "where is Scarle" thing, because that was also a point of worry on the internet last night. And then after that we have the press Nuzagi, who's gonna come in and we're gonna talk a little. We're gonna comment on the whole situation. So let's get right into it, and I'll save the super chats for after I do like my little presentation. So the Doki bird statement, she tweeted this at 9 a.m. my time. I think she mentioned that she had this ready. The first part really states how she is ready to move on. She states that she wasn't thinking about her past life at all as Helen Tatsuki in the past week. She really expresses the desire to put all of that behind her. And now seeing it all coming back with the Niji Sanji live announcement, or pre-recorded, we don't know. It's opening up a new wound for her. In the second part of the tweet, she states some very important thing, I believe. First of all, the document was like a narrative of what she was going through for her lawyers to review only and initially. It was her jolting down her thoughts in her darkest time, as she describes. She made the document thinking that it would never be made public to anyone but her lawyers. So she didn't want this out there. She didn't want all of the hurt and all of the like scandal that came with it. And we're gonna address this further into the statement as well. And she says, although it was a document filled with my personal information as well as privacy information that should not be public. So she mentions how it was her personal information, not somebody else's, and I think that's very important to underline. There was no other addresses or specific locations mentioned. So right off the bat, she addresses like one very large allegation made by the livers in their announcement with Niji Sanji. One big point of contention was that she had put some of their personal information in the document. Now she's saying she didn't. She only put her own personal information. So Niji Sanji, somebody's lying there, okay? And Niji Sanji is claiming that she put their personal information in the document and that they were in danger of getting doxxed or having the document leaked. So with that one sentence, all of their statement kind of just crumbles down. It holds no weight anymore because she's saying something completely different. And secondly, one big thing in the Niji Liver announcement was that Vox Akuma was accusing her of secretly recording one of their voice call. And from the way he described it, it seemed like Doki Bird had done it maliciously. In her statement, she says that this was not done maliciously. In fact, it was like a remainder recording of a collab recording session they had done together, or some kind of test. So yeah, a distribution test for planning of a collaborative event between two people, which happened to be left over from one test recording, and I never recorded any other conversations with anyone. The recording was never shown anywhere, even in legal settings, so even the lawyers haven't seen that, from what I understand, and there are no other records. And even though I personally think that she did this, she totally has the right to do this. She did this because she wanted to build a case against her employer, or maybe she wanted to guarantee like a safety net in case shit hit the fan, and it did. She still apologizes for it. She regrets that it was mentioned at all, and she is sorry to all parties affected for the misunderstanding of this. So basically, she's kind of apologizing for the hurt she caused Vox Akuma. And I think that's pretty big of her. It's just a complete 180 than the Niji Sanji announcement. I'm gonna drink from my water bottle. I'm reenacting the Niji announcement. All right. So next is, she's talking about the period basically where she got suspended. Now we know it was a suspension after the last cup of coffee video was privated. And during that time, she explains that she didn't hear from the other party's lawyers for days. Finally, on February 5th, her lawyer suggested, hey, why don't we show the documents to the Niji Corporation? We haven't heard from them for over a week, and maybe they'll respond. 2 hours after they received the document, she got fired. That was Niji Sanji's response. And when you think about it, this is the fastest Niji Sanji response they've ever made. I don't know why it takes them like millions of months to approve anything. They approved that like super fast. So I don't know what was the reaction. I feel like they were probably debating what to do with Selene. They were already in legal talks with the other team, but I feel like when they received that document, they panicked, or they made this with an intent in mind. And I think they showed this, they received a document, they fired her, and then they showed the documents to the livers. So what does this mean? Why did they do that? That's what I'm trying to wrap my head across. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. And I think that's the question we need to ask ourselves. After the graduation, you know, back then she said that I think she mentioned that she was crying, or was it Pomu, or maybe both of them? I might be mixing it, but it surely came as a shock. Like, you're waiting for somebody else's reply, and finally they're like, yeah, never mind, actually you're just out. You're getting graduated. You're getting terminated. So after the graduation, she's like, that's fine, I'm gonna put this behind me. She states that it was the end. She thought it would be the end of lawyers and legal involvement, which in other words, it also means that she did not intend to press charges, and she did not intend for this to get escalated further or to go further into court proceedings. you think they misunderstood and they thought she was going public with those documents? That could be actually a good theory because of this part that we're about to go through. And in this part, she says that there was a lot of levels and people involved in the communication, and it got very complicated. Also because of the language barrier, the translation, etc. So the narrative keeps getting amplified and it's getting muddled in the process. And I think she uses a word that means that it's getting bigger and bigger needlessly. She reiterates that all she did has been defending herself in response to them. So Niji's been attacking and she's just defending or parrying. And I also think that's pretty important to underline because she didn't leak anything that is not regarding her personally. The only thing she leaked was her bad mental state and that she attempted on her life. But she never said anything about... Well, I guess she did talk about the bullying, but she never said anything about any of their personal information or very specific events. Meanwhile, the Niji statement said much more than she did regarding private matters. And then she goes on to explain that, you know, a month ago, during her suspension, she was very angry and she was very alone. But now she wants to move on. And she wanted to stay neutral and private, but now everybody's watching, the whole world is involved, and it's just gone out of control. Now, the most emotional part is this one, and it's pretty heartbreaking, honestly. She says that she had to watch her dad cry and break down in front of her for the first time in her life last night. And honestly, that is so terrible. Seeing a parent cry, that one sentence just broke me. It just broke me to think about it. True, Niji Sanji did mention the bullying first. You guys got a point. So she actually really... Everything that she's been doing is a reaction to what Niji's been doing. She asked to show kindness to all parties because obviously things are going out of control. There's a lot of people getting hurt. Not just people involved in Niji Sanji, not just the decision makers of this whole fiasco, but people that are bystanders. There was like a Niji Sanji editor that said, guys, please stop talking to me about Niji Sanji. Like, even my IRL friends are asking me what's going on with this company. I don't want to have anything to do with it. I have nothing to do with it. And also other livers that are probably innocent are getting caught in the crossfire. Everybody's hurting. And the reason why she wanted this to be kept private is because she knows that the internet is very cruel. And she's pretty right about that. But the most shocking revelation was that she admits that it was not one attempt, but two. And her parents found her in time after searching for her for hours while she wasn't responding to them, and found her before anything happened, thankfully. I don't want to think of what could have happened if she didn't have like a good support system. Not everybody has a family that's close to them or that lives close to them. And if those attempts were successful, it would be another story now. It would be so much more horrible. And I think that really speaks to the severity of this event and how much Niji Sanji fucked up by enabling this toxic work environment to go this far. And because of that, I truly believe we should hold them responsible. I think people can change. People make mistakes. They're humans after all. But I don't see why we should have any sympathy for corporations. Because at the end of the day, if the company goes under, the board of directors and Riku Tazumi, the CEO, they're gonna cut themselves a fat check and they're gonna bounce. The corporate is like a separate entity. If it starts to go down and they're gonna start losing money, they can just declare bankrupt and then start over elsewhere. But the livers, they're young people. They're still evolving, and this is gonna stick with them and hurt them much, much more than what Niji Sanji is gonna suffer. Yeah. And I mean, Doki Bird really stresses in that statement about that, which she didn't have to. She could have went full scorched earth, honestly. She really stresses that no one should go through what she went through. And also that's another reason why we should seize the bullying of the livers, because we don't know how much somebody can take mentally, and if this online harassment goes too far, it could push somebody else over the edge. So for Selen, this is not this. She doesn't talk about these attempts for pity. It's not to win the fight. It's not for ego. And she says this sentence that like, there are no winners in this, and it reminds me of this proverb that says, there are no winners in war, only widows, meaning no one wins on both sides. She asked to treat everybody with kindness, and this is Doki's request to leave the livers alone and out of it. And also, I think that by focusing on the livers more than any color, this is exactly what any color tried to do. Legit. And it's working, and we're letting we're letting them take control of the narrative that way. It's so stupid to shift focus to the VTubers. I get that we are angry, this is super sensitive, and so on. But seriously, don't let them win. This was their plan. Why do you think they made the livers do the announcement for them? There's no other company in the world that would not let this handled by the PR department. No other. At this point, she should just sue them. The argument here is obviously in her favor, and I wouldn't be surprised if a judge agreed as well as this point. I am enraged by this stupid Japanese black company at this point. I remember when we were getting flamed if we would dare to mention Black Company and Niji Sanji in the same sentence. Now I really feel like it's an actual thing. The other super disappeared. Wait. The yellow super disappeared. I wanted to read it. Okay guys, I still don't know how to use how to read supers properly. I'm sorry. I'm gonna ask my mod if you can send it to me. Now going back, this is okay. Next slide. So here in her final thought, she says that she's not gonna reveal the document. She's sorry if everybody wanted more receipts or more details, but it's not gonna happen. And she thinks that these things should be kept private between lawyers. And I also think that it's probably better for her case to just not say anything. But she also mentions that revealing those documents would cause so much more controversy and harm to other people. So revealing more of the stories will make more people hurt. And I'm not sure if this is a direct response to what Niji did. It's I think it's very good PR. And I actually think this is genuine because she's like that, and a lot of people that know Selene, or that know Doki Bird, know her as that like really kind and genuine person. But I think it gives such a stark contrast with what they did. Like, this is her statement, this is their statement, and it's completely different. They tried to destroy her. They try to tarnish her character. They try to paint her to us as somebody who broke the rules, as somebody that was conniving and that was manipulating. And she basically refuted all that with that one statement. She's choosing forgiveness. She's choosing to be the bigger person. And her statement is so much more mature. Many people have got hurt, even innocent bystanders, and I assume she is referring to anyone involved in Niji, but not necessarily making the decisions. And maybe every other Niji liver that got caught in the crossfire of some narratives and stuff, or even internet harassment and the internet mob, or even the livers that had nothing to do with it that are like losing subscribers and stuff. Who knows? And she ends by saying that this is the final statement that, well, she hopes that this is the final statement that she's gonna have to make. And all this because, I mean, I think she's releasing this statement partially because the livers are currently being shitted on online. Not only losing subs, VoxBL got leaked along with some very serious accusations, which I don't think is true, but still, it's kind of messed up that that your past is getting digged up. Like, people are digging really deep for any kind of dirt that they can find online. Nuzagi was actually right when he called this a civil war. It's an all-out war between VTuber communities. There's still some Niji stands because of the statement that they made 2 days ago. But I feel like most of the arguments from that announcement are refuted in this Doki announcement, and the only thing that they can sort of blame her for now is just that she didn't get the final approval from her manager. I really think that she has no other weakness in her argument from the information we got so far. Anyway, it's been like absolute utter chaos. What do you guys think of this whole thing? Okay, so the super from General Butterscotch. What's more stupid about their supporter fear of doxers is that historically, antis have doxed plenty of livers before with much less to go on for much less justifiable reasons. Yeah, I agree. And I think they really like LARPed on that because they wanted to paint Selene in the bad light and they wanted to look like they were the victims and she was the bully. She was the one doing the bad things. I think the bullies need to be revealed. Let Doki be the last day bully behind a corporate shield. I understand her wanting to take the high road. I do, but I think about the next person. But think about the fallout from the bullies being revealed. I mean, now the problem is if anybody graduates soon, people are gonna speculate that they're the bullies. Because if not, I was gonna say, just fire them. You don't have to say the reason you're being fired. If you go work in a desk job and you mess up and you get fired, you don't have to tell anybody why you got fired. You just don't put that reference on your next CV. But it doesn't work like that with Niji Sanji. Have you seen the Grand Unifying Rat list? No, I have not. Should focus on Niji, on bullies after that. Definitely keep the focus on Niji. After the stream, Rima, Horse, yes, Kitsune, and chat too. Go to eat whatever, something you enjoy. Put a bit of positivity in your day. Oh, I do. I ended the day yesterday after my stream watching a video roasting Vosh, and that gave me such great pleasure. No, Enna didn't announce graduation, guys. The amount of GP fans accusing Doki of weaponizing her mental health and lying about everything is absolutely insane. Well, I think mental health is also way less accepted there. But it's crazy. They're like, haha, just don't be sad, lol. There's no way that the livers would make that statement and not know that there would be the backlash that would be so stupid. But that's the thing, though. I think we underestimate how much of the copium they're on. Because there's no way they would go there. I mean, people are saying they got coerced. I can totally see that the management would hint that it wouldn't be too good for their career if they didn't make that statement. But I feel like this was definitely volunteered, or that they wanted to do this. It felt like it was coming from them. Yeah, our focus should be and needs to stay Niji. Like, if not, Niji Sanji's stupid grand scheme of using their livers as meat shield is working on us, and then we're the fucking idiots for falling for it. I don't want to fall for Riku Tazumi's idiotic plan. They're not even smart. Did you not see the post revealing that Elira was the de facto part of the management near the top? I've seen rats. I didn't see anything confirm it. Was there confirmation that I missed? I guess I'll ask Nuzagi. This guy has so much knowledge about everything. The most sinister thing is that Niji fired her 2 hours after receiving document, meaning they never did an investigation and tried it against her. Yes! And I'm pretty sure they just like, I think, or at least I heard. Actually, maybe I shouldn't say that. But I think they received the document, they fired her, and they immediately showed it to the livers. Yeah, it's a rat. Okay, I knew it. All right, in other news, so things that we can do that we should do is hitting them where it hurts, which is the money, because they've proved over and over again that this is the only thing that they care about. So this is the story of this game developer. He's created the game Hospital 666, and it's a game that VTubers and streamers really like to stream. And he's denying perms for Niji to stream his game, which is pretty based. So in the beginning of January, he receives this email from Niji Sanji management asking for perms to stream the game, because the livers, they are, you know, receiving donations from the streams and they're putting ads in the stream. So to monetize it, you actually need permission from it. But he also was really excited about seeing VTubers like Selene and Salome play it. But then he sees all of the events that transpired, all of the coverage on this, because this is really something that everybody's starting to hear about. And so he heard about the Selene graduation. He saw the negligible statement that Niji Sanji did. And then he decided to remove permission for Niji Sanji to make the game, to stream the game. So Niji Sanji does not get to make money from his video game. They have less options of things to stream. And I think that's a really good way to protest against the company. Yeah, base dev. Hololive takes care of their talent and allows fans project. V-Shoujo let Stalin keep their IP when they leave. Niji Sanji, they're just evil. I am convinced Niji Sanji is now unironically evil. And unironically, basically a black company. I mean, black company is basically like a sweatshop in Japan, and it's getting there with the harassment, bullying, allegations, and the attempt on somebody's life. Like, they drove somebody to attempt on their life. It's getting close to it. There's a name at the bottom? No, there isn't. Anyway. Oh yeah, Scarle. So Scarle, our girl. So last night, after I finished my stream, Scarle was supposed to do a member stream to which she didn't show up to. Now, people were worried about Scarle because she hearted a Kurozanshi comment, which means black Nijisanji, or, you know, it's a play on word, a black company. And after this, she went radio silent. And we know from Sayu's termination letter, well, not her termination letter, but the document that she uploaded after her termination, that even accidentally liking comments made against Nijisanji can result in a suspension or a strike. So, of course, everybody was worried about Scarle when her membership stream didn't happen, and then on the next day, her membership stream was delayed by 1 hour, and after that, she just never showed up to her membership stream. Not only that, but her chat was disabled. Her mods were allegedly removed. That's one part that I didn't get to confirm, so take that with a grain of salt. But also, what was worrying is that her free chat, which is like a chat that should never go down, was also disabled. Now, they could have done that to stop people from saying stuff about the company. I don't know, but they didn't do that with other livers. So it's kind of like they didn't want people to spam based Scarle in her chat. Like, they wanted to stop... they're so petty. They're so petty. They wanted to stop people from, you know, being against Nijisanji and voicing their protest against Nijisanji in her chat. Yeah, she also didn't retweet the Niji statement. I talked about this in my stream yesterday. So I just want to make sure I got the timeline right. Okay, and then after that, people started noticing that the link in her most recent video led to an error page, and that link was for her voice pack. So people, myself included, started to think, oh my god, Nijisanji removed the voice pack from the merch store. But luckily, this was only a broken link, and her voice pack is still here. And like, when you think about it, it also doesn't make sense that they would remove her voice pack, because Nijisanji is so stingy that they would keep it to the very end. Nijisanji did, by the way, remove the Selen Tatsuki part of their latest voice pack they announced they would release, which is, I feel like at least they're learning that doing stuff like that will cause a public uproar. They're evolving, slowly but surely. But anyway, last night the hashtag Where's Scarle started trending because, of course, we've learned and we've had these events happen. These events happened very recently, where a liver disappeared after what is considered a corporate like misbehavior or whatever, and they got stealth suspended. So people thought she got stealth suspended again. They were worried, and justifyingly so. Now, this morning, we got an end to that story. And one of her colleague, I'm not gonna say who exactly, explained that he spoke to Scarle, he got off a call with her, and she's fine. She's just taking some time off the internet, and she's not in any trouble, and she'll be back soon. And basically, she's just taking some time for her mental health. Now, why he's the one saying that and not her, I don't get it. The thing is, we didn't know who pros to who and who's cons to who. They are everywhere. It might be the Niji fans who wanted this to end it fast and pretending they are Doki fans and ask not to harass Niji Liver. Hope Scarlet will leave the company for her own good. Scarle is streaming right now. Please, she ain't going anywhere. She made 350k over the last year and a half. She plans to stream till 2025. Everyone relax. Yeah, I was getting there. You just blew my punch. Nijisanji is the company in Little Company, lol. So, Scarle finally made a post in members only saying, hey everyone, I'm so sorry to worry everybody. Everyone, I promise I'm okay and everything's fine. I'm sorry I didn't close the waiting room and I'm terribly sorry for not notifying about the stream. I'm not home right now. I will be staying at Mamaguni's and I talked to a good friend today, but I promise to close the waiting room when I get back home. I guess I could have pressed on the read more there, but she's fine. And she is streaming right now. And in a couple hours, she will be doing a non-member stream if you guys want to go check it out. Because this is for members only. But still, I still don't get if she was out, why she wasn't the one to tweet. That's still a little sus to me. And maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm too pessimistic or I'm too skeptical. Maybe Niji is learning that they can't just self-suspend people and terminate them. I don't know. Maybe they're becoming sentient. It's still a little shady. There's always like an air of secrecy around everything Nijisanji does, and I don't know why everything needs to be so cryptic. No, she's not graduating. I don't think so. But I still, you know, I'm raising a concern, a valid concern, I think. But again, she's streaming right now. I can't listen to the stream, so maybe she'll give us more information. Yeah, Niji has negative trust score. Hell, she might out the bullies as well. You're hoping. To be honest, this is the same company that didn't remove Celen's mods after terminating her. I wouldn't chalk up anything to make sense with the company right now. Yeah, true. My opinion is best to quit Kurosanji, Cold Turkey, even Scarle. What if you made over $500,000 last year, though? And you're enjoying the internet fame? Why his friends risk his own contract? His own contact? You mean... what? Do you mean her friend? You think Scarle would leave soon? What makes you think that? Yeah, I think Scarle has nothing to do with any of this. The only rat she was involved in is that she was getting bullied by Aster. And then she went on stream to cry. But we don't know what she was crying for. She was just apologizing. But she is a very clumsy person. So, you know, it could just be an honest mistake that she left the stream open. I'm not watching any G stream right now, so I'm gonna have to wait until someone makes a video. Well, as it turns out to be, I am making a video on Saturday, but I mean, it keeps getting longer, and it's so far 40 minutes of it have been edited, and there's still more to go. So, yeah, this is the biggest video I've ever made. Where is Nuzagi? He's not answering. I admit I was ignored Niji-sanji been bad after all graduation from Niji-sanji ID and EN, but after Selene termination, it kind of opened my eyes more about them. Yeah, I think it opened a lot of people's eyes because Selene was universally beloved, and she was somebody that you couldn't question her character, like how good her character was. And the thing is, people were so critical of anybody that was speaking up against Niji-sanji prior to that. Like, I kept seeing Twitter posts on Kyo and False saying that they were biased against Niji-sanji, that they were the reason why Niji-sanji's reputation is in the gutter. My opinion on this is that if you are reporting on something that a company is doing and it looks bad on them, it's probably because they were doing something bad. Like, they weren't making up shit. They weren't making up shit. Doki Bird is impeachable. That's why there's so much outrage. Exactly. I'm gonna tell you guys a story. Before I released my Niji-sanji video, sorry, I literally had, like, there was one day before where I was like, oh shit, I don't want to do this. I had a panic attack and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna release it. I was really scared. First of all, of Niji-sanji. I didn't want them to strike down my channel. I didn't want them, you know, to ruin my channel, because they would do that. And on the other hand, there was also the public criticism that I was kind of afraid of. But then I like rationalized myself, and I thought that not saying something would be more disingenuous for me to than just releasing the video, because when you're censoring something that you feel really strongly about to your audience, when they're there to hear your thoughts and opinions about something, that's also disingenuous. And then, like, what's the point of free speech? What's the point of talking? Scarle is in the clear now. Don't worry, guys. I'm just here to tell the story from beginning to end and to, you know, tie the knot on that. And then right after I released my video, they proved to the whole world on their own that they were actually unironically evil. So, yeah. Zion was right, but that doesn't make her a saint all of a sudden either. She still made jokes about sexual assault, and she's still a Shotokan. Well, I mean, it was a bad joke, I agree. As for the Shotokan stuff, it really depends what your stance is on that. It's a very sensitive debate. It's a debate that I've sort of covered in my Gargura video, but I'll just say that Shotokan does not equate to pedophilia. It simply means somebody that is young looking or petite. And there's a lot of layers to that whole debate. And I even had, anyway, I think you should just look into it before you just pass it. I just hope that people passing judgment on that have done their research and have looked at both sides of the argument before, like, jumping to conclusions. She's not even a Shotokan, she was just making a joke. Oh, it might have been a joke, yeah, because she was playing Genshin at the time. She took it back and admitted it was a little too dark for dark humor. I mean, again, this goes back to what I was saying when I was reading out the Doki Bird statement, where I still believe, like, these are young people. They're in their early 20s probably. And think about, like, it's still, they're still in development, okay? Like, we gotta give people a chance, man. You can't just hold a mistake that somebody did forever for the rest of their life. That's crazy. Elira is also a Shotokan, no one bats an eye. Did she? So I really think that Niji Sanji makes this crazy difficult contract to follow. And they do this with a purpose. They do it so if you mess up, they're like, strike, 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 strike. But they only do that if they don't like you. Because there's other livers that have done sexual jokes or that have said stuff against the company where she got reprimanded for and they didn't. So again, is the whole favoritism thing that comes back. Niji must adapt or become malnourished. The CEO suffers from rich family syndrome. GP mentality is not EN mentality. A 4-year affair has been a massive tragedy of talent exploitation and mismanagement. Yes, I absolutely agree. People do make AG jokes like that. Just a couple years ago, jokes like that were fine. Now, people are a little bit more sensitive on the internet, depending on which side of Twitter, especially, you hang out. And especially on the Nietzsche fans, I don't want to say that they're more like leftists, because I don't think leftists are like that, but they're like super, super extremely like on the left. And it's not about politics. Like, these people are not necessarily into politics. That's the worst part. The clique didn't like Sayu, they dogpiled on her. I'm actually hearing from various sources that the clique is real. What have you guys heard? The ultimate tragedy is not the oppression and cruelty by the bad people, but the silence over that by the good people. Yeah. So it takes a lot of courage to speak up against in support of somebody when there's so many people that are willing to go up against you when you have so much to lose. And I feel like people like Kei-san, you know, have done it before. She spoke out when people were like criticizing Project Melody for being like a cam girl. She actually talked about it on stream while she was with Hololive, and you know, she does stuff like that is super based. But going against a mob is terrifying. Like the internet is really scary, guys. It's really scary. Oh no, I've read that one. If Kyo returns to streaming as an indie, would he have a similar reception as the other ex-Niji talents? Because right now it's really very special time for every ex-Niji that are active streamers. I think if he debuts as an indie right now, he would have an amazing reception because people are really hard protesting against Niji Sanji. So one way to protest that is not only to criticize a company, but to support whoever's leaving. And I feel like this is a much more positive way to protest the company. But I think it would be nice if it would be a good time to debut right now. So Doki Bird's success is unprecedented from doing the switch from corpo to indie. And I really hope more cases like that happen in the future. because that's gonna push more corporation VTubers to go indie when they feel like their contract is not worth it anymore, when they feel unhappy, instead of just like leaving whenever it's too much to handle anymore. Yeah, I don't know why my throat is so dry today. Sorry, guys. I'm having an Ike Evelyn moment. The same people that keep criticizing Sayu about the jokes she made also defend Anna, saying that's her type of humor. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is the general hypocrisy and the intellectual dishonesty in the community sometimes is kind of wild. A lot of people apologize to her behind the scene. That's really good. I'm really happy for her. People bring up Sayu making sexual jokes, but forget that Anna had to delete a picture of a child she once took care of in Japan on stream because everyone else thought it was pretty bad. What? Do you think they drank water on stream to prove it's not just prereq? Yeah, I think so. Like, okay, you guys know when they do these large live concerts, like the MVAs, you know, or these big televised show, or even like the Blackpink concerts. So sometimes you can hear like some breathing in the mic, you hear like some more scuffed vocals. This is all because it's a pre-recorded day before and they leave it like that. They intentionally make it sound like that so it's more real, so people think they're singing live. Hex was liking pics of teen girls and got nothing? What? That's disgusting. For Pomu, it's gonna take her a while to stream again. I don't know when, but my guess is after she done all this cool stuff. But anyway, wish her the best. So there's this narrative, and you know, I'm stating it's a narrative, guys, so it's a rat, so take this with as much salt as you want to, that there is a 1-year non-compete contract between Niji Sanji and Hololive, and so Pomu would be waiting out that 1 year. Take this as you wish. But yeah, she did say today, I saw a tweet from her today saying that she's not gonna stream for a while. But I mean, how banger would it be if she actually turned out to go to Hololive? Like, she's an amazing singer. She's an amazing person. Honestly, Pomu is like one of the other person that you can't hold anything against her. She's got a pristine character. She's pretty much got no flaw. Like, she never talks shit about anybody. She's just such a sweet and kind person. You didn't see the Anna clip? Are you talking about that old ass clip of her saying that don't dig for the truth? Because that's old news. But if there is a new clip, then I haven't seen that one. She would fit well with Hololive. She's got a lot of friends there. That would be awesome, Emo. I don't care where she goes or does. I think she'll do well wherever she goes. And she's got lots of friends in Holo. And her video didn't get privated even when her video had graduated livers in it. But maybe she got their permissions for it. Billy openly taunted Selene when her video got privated. I don't think it was a taunt. I don't think taunt is the right word. But it was definitely to underline, like, or to show that maybe she didn't get the final approval process. And she was, now that the livers came out with the announcement, we definitely know that Millie was trying to do like some PR for the company by doing that statement, right? She was trying to tame the flames. And it's not to say that Millie is like a horrible person or anything. I don't think she is. but it's also in her culture to defend her home and to be grateful for her workplace. So I also understand like kind of where she comes from. I just think she shouldn't have done that personally, in my opinion. That's not something I would have done. I would never choose a corporation or a workplace over my colleague. In general, I just don't have a good opinion about authority and like work and stuff. I'm just not like that. I don't know what to say. I'm just not like that in general. She did self-report there with all the new stuff that we know. Yeah. Big cultural difference, but also can be chalked up to Niji's bad management that they don't seem to give the talents any PR training. Yeah, because during Hololive onboarding, I do know that they are given PR training. So I'm wondering what kind of PR training Niji-sanji has. The way Millie sent that tweet has a very similar mocking tone to the denial management made for Selene in DMs. In DMs? As a Pomodachi who knows her for a long time, you're right, she has no flaws, just been a nerd, she's very nice, Carabot fan. I really love her for that. Like, her graduation really was emotional for all of us fans too. Yeah, yeah. She's unimpeachable. Pomo's just like she's like a ray of sunshine. I kind of wish I was like that sometimes. I'm more like the Grinch. Honestly, considering their management really dubbed their PR training is good. Yeah, I think so. I haven't read the Rat King a message. I feel like it's I think Nuzagi talked about it this morning. What do you think about the people who say they know things behind the scene and it's going to get worse? I've heard that too from people that work behind the scene apparently. But it's only gonna get worse if Niji-sanji keeps on pushing Doki Bird into a corner and if they seek legal actions against them. Because as of right now, Doki Bird just wants to move on. So now the ball is in Niji-sanji's camp and we're all waiting to see what they're gonna do next. And I hope to God they don't fucking do anything. Like, please don't fuck this up even further. For fuck's sake. Sorry, I'm swearing a lot, but it's kind of needed there. Tomo and Ike were my Oshi sadness. Well, Ike didn't say much, I think. I don't really remember now. No, the only part that I didn't like about Ike's statement is that he kept larking on feeling hurt and how he took it personal. And I was like, I don't know, dude. Life stuff, get a helmet. It's not personal. She's not suing you. She's suing the company you work for. It's different. They don't even work for them. They're freelancers. It's different. Yeah, I just hope that if Niji does respond, and please not before my video drops. No one's gonna watch like a 1 hour long video. Can somebody get a hold of Nuzagi? Did he fall back asleep? I think a lot of rats were talking about it getting worse before... What's happening with my screen? Okay, before the Selene situation developed. Wasn't it false that promised a big video in April or something? This April? 2024? Really? You guys will watch it? Nice. I mean, the thing is, my Niji video also includes like the Kyo graduation. It's basically picking up where my last video left off. And I really shouldn't be working on this Niji Sanji video anymore because I got the Mafu Mafu and Mikineko video to put out, and I've barely had time to start it. Every time I sit down and I start like typing stuff for the video and taking notes and doing research, then boom, Niji Sanji comes in again with another drama. My poor editor. My editor is almost in a Paul World basement at this point. Illyra talked for less than 2 minutes, not including the intro. I talked 3 minutes. Vox talked a full 10 minutes. Vox part felt much more personal than the other two, I'll say. Yeah. Illyra talks about the permission. Vox is all about the basically painting her as a liar. And the many other like offenses and company rules that she broke. And then talking about how they didn't harass her in that specific time where they grouped up and confronted her about her public tweets. But then he claims that it was not harassment, guys. Or we might die after getting more news next week. Yeah, I'm already 1 foot in the grave, actually. A tip for the editor. Thank you. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. So now, because there's so much more new things, I even had to record a new segment today. We don't know if it's gonna be ready by Saturday. I really want this to come out on Saturday because I'm sick of it. So I'm asking another editor to jump in, and we're sharing like the work file with him, and he's gonna try to work on one part and then we'll put the 2 parts together. It's gonna be scuffed, I don't know. Hopefully it works out. Vox speech made me believe past allegation about gaslighting some teams. Well, it definitely painted him in a different light that we've never seen before, right? Because Vox's previous missteps were mostly like you could blame him for Fujo baiting. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. And there was the whole non-disclaimer drama. And there was this your mom joke that he made. And that was like about it. That was the worst that happened to him. Now, the Nietzsche stands claim that Vox has been doxxed before, and that's why he took this document and the potential dox leaks very, very seriously. But personally, I think they're just on the Nietzsche Kool-Aid a little bit too much. It's roleplay, idiots. Do you have a monkey you can use to learn Uzagi? Oh, we need Pecora to learn Uzagi. It's funny that there's this meme that everybody's saying that all of this is to distract us from the fact that Pecora got a monkey. Yeah, he did private a lot of ASMR content that was more on the provocative side. It was very cringy. The dogs part was never mentioned to be about Vox. It was for Illyra, Millie, and Anna that lived together. Yeah, actually you're right about that. That's my bad, guys. I think I made a mistake there. Yeah. I think no, you're right. He was more worried about the call being recorded. He didn't like that. Vox PL had some bad allegations tied to it. Yeah, it did, but they're unconfirmed, and the wording on this document made me very sussy about the document itself, because the wording was purposely misleading on a lot of sentences. And I was like, why would you need it to be misleading if it was true? Just have like some straight up, you know, clear allegations if that's the case. Korima stood up twice on Valentine's Day. Oh my god, wait! Wait, that's actually true! But based on Doki, there was no other people info document given to Niji. Yeah, we went through that at the beginning of the stream. So, I don't know what they were freaking out about. I don't know what document Niji showed them. For them to think that, if Doki is saying that she didn't, that there wasn't any of their personal information. He was mad because he got recorded possibly while raging about the VR live cancellation. What I thought is that he got recorded saying something like he didn't get reprimanded by management about the VR live cancellation, because he made that tweet. That was actually the worst tweet that they all made. I have them all listed in my last video, and his tweet was like, I can't believe this got cancelled because of quote unquote COVID, and then he put a skull emoji there. Deanne's awake? Oh, hi! Hi, Deanne. Okay, can I call you? Yay! Not stood up. Nice pin. We should give Deanne mod in the channel so I can see his name clearer. Dude, the chat goes so fast on YouTube. I don't know why they do it like that. Can we just have like the messages simmer a little bit longer like they have on Twitch? Hi, Deanne. There you go. Some fangirl said he used his gaslighting voice. Really? No way. Oh yeah. For those of you who were live, who watched the stream live last night, it was so funny, guys. I literally spent I'm gonna finish this story and then I'm gonna call Deanne. I spent a whole day, as soon as I woke up, working on prepping this stream. Like, I spent, I think, 10 hours on it. The whole time, troubleshooting everything. And then it was still scuffed when I went live. And then when I ended the stream, I realized that there was 2 streams running the whole time. Like, how does this even happen? I've never seen somebody run 2 streams at the same time. But hey, I think I found a new, like, YouTube algo hack or something. Also, double the AdSense, baby. PogChamp. Pecora got a monkey quick action order. 666 Yaku. Alright, I'm gonna call the press Nuzagi now. Yo.
Yo.
What's up?
Yo. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, yo. How's the stream going?
It's going well. I'm kind of losing my voice, but aside from that, it's going
shit.
well.
Yeah, fuck. Sorry for standing you up. Wait, I didn't stand. I didn't stand. Yeah, I'm here now. I was just late.
That's what happens. Teehee.
Yep. Teehee. Holy shit. So, any new developments? I literally just got awake like an hour, 2 hours ago.
Not really, honestly. Was there any new development, chat?
I mean, the other thing that I saw was a certain someone, PL account. So I don't know if I want to mention that.
Okay.
Yeah. He made us tweet basically saying, "Please respect my friends" and all that kind of shit, which is, understandable. But damn.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't see that.
It's getting bad for them, bro. Like, actually, like bad. Like,
yeah.
like turbo bad. Oh my god.
So do you think they expected this fallout when they went live with their statement?
No, I do not believe so.
Okay,
I think
so. Yeah.
I think they genuinely believed. They actually genuinely believed that they were gonna like somehow pull the W here.
Yeah, me too. That's the worst part. The chat
Like that's
doesn't
yeah.
believe me. They're like, no, there's no way they didn't know. That's so stupid. I don't know about that, guys.
I mean, here's the thing, chat. They're VTubers. They're not like. I'm not gonna like insult them or anything, right? But like VTubers, at least the people, most of the VTubers that I've seen, they're very short-sighted. They don't really think about things through. I'm not saying that they're dumb. I mean, they could be for all we know. We don't know that, but I genuinely do think that they thought that they were gonna bag the W here, especially with the Vox part, the part where he said that that Salan secretly voice recorded him.
Yeah.
I think that for the most part was the biggest reason that they thought that this was a good idea.
Yeah,
Holy
I
shit.
think that's why also I believe that it came from him, like he wanted to do this. But
Yeah.
but maybe that doesn't change the fact that maybe management, purposely showed him that part of the document to upset him and to convince him. Maybe they used like some kind of reversed or some kind of inception on him. They planted the thought.
Yeah, exactly. That's my personal right now, Rima.
Yeah.
I think what they did is because I think what management did, assuming that the Elera is management rat is not true, which I don't really believe. I think what they did is they made or misled a few livers, showed them some parts of the document to like incite some anger, Originally, people might have go, oh my god, this is bad. Salan, what are you doing? And all that kind of stuff. And then they showed him this, got them to revolt against Salan and side with man to get everybody to side with them and then convince them to do this.
Yeah.
And of course, I think a lot of the talents. I think the reason why the talents didn't expect this level of backlash or think that they could have won or went on that entire hoopla about, oh my god, you guys should watch the stream. Please listen to what we have to say, and then all they had to say was bullshit. Is again, management misled them.
Yeah.
They fucking That's my.
So after today, here's my next question. After today's Doki's tweet where she's refuting the fact that 1, there was no addresses or locations mentioned in the document, and 2, that she didn't record Vox intentionally, but this was just a remainder of like a recording collab test stream they did. Do you think they're gonna regret going live and doing this announcement?
Bro, they're already regretting going live right now, I think.
Yeah.
Though I think the whole part, I do think that there were actually the addresses and some personal information of the other livers, or at least Anna, Elera, and Millie specifically. Because if you reread the document, Doki, not the document, the statement from Doki Bird, she said no other addresses were mentioned. The other there is like a key word for me. So that means that Elera, Millie, and Enna's addresses were there, just nobody else.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Wait, was this reflected in the Doki's statement?
Yeah, read the statement again. There's like the word other there. There were no other documents mentioned in the statement, is what they said. Is what she said.
There were no other. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
So I do think addresses were there, which actually makes it worse for me. Because why are Enna, Millie, and Elera's addresses there and not everybody else? That like enforces a lot of the rats.
Wait, the rats? No, please, no more 4chans. The rats turned out to be true. It's too much.
Yep.
Somebody super chatted. Is it common? It is common in GP VTuber corpo scandals from the talents to make a statement. Holo 3 did it with Frusia. And Kawaii did it with Gen 3. Yeah, but it's like more of a statement like, we're sorry, we're causing this concern to the fans, and we hope you guys still support us. No, which I thought that's what they were gonna do, actually.
But obviously not for some reason. I don't know why they did that.
No, they dropped this bomb on us.
Yep. And what's surprising to me is that this was the not the stepping point, but this was like when a lot of other people like drop them. I mean, do you think?
Yes.
Okay, Rima, do you think that they're gonna blacklist all the people that shit talk them?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, even their old friends, right?
Well, they can't guarantee that, like, let's say I'm collabing with one of them, and then suddenly I'm like, Nijisanji is a black company, you know, drop all your support. Like, they don't want us to outwardly say that they're a bad company. That's why they do stuff like privating Scarle's chat, like disabling Scarle's chat.
But they kind of are. They are a bad company. What do you mean?
Yeah, they are. They are. Of course they are.
No, I'm like, you know, I'm not saying that as if I'm refuting you, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, holy shit, they are a bad company.
Yeah.
And a lot of other people, like even big people that they used to be friends with, they're all shitting on them.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, fuck.
The voice critical video has already like over 1 million views.
Like, yeah, it's like 2 million, approaching 2 million, right? Last time I checked it was 1.6. Hold on, let me see. Yeah. So this is the legacy that Nijisanji is leaving behind to a lot of the normies, to a lot of other people outside the space. The perception of normies and like people outside is gonna be that they're a fucking bad company.
Yes.
That they're evil company.
Yeah.
Which is
ultimately
not a good thing.
It's
ultimately
a PR
not a
disaster, but what does it mean for the VTubing community at large? Like, are we destroying whatever we've built in the past few years, or maybe we're just at a turning point where things actually need to change?
Yeah. I think that in terms of corpo let's say activities, I do think this is gonna set a precedent. I think Hololive and a few other corpos are gonna have to reevaluate how they're treating their talents, because if Doki Bird pulled this shit, what's stopping a disgruntled Hololive member from pulling this shit too? Yeah. So I think they need to evaluate a lot of things there, change up, make people, make talents a lot more happier and all that kind of stuff. And I think as for the effects of this in the community, I think what this is gonna do is create a power vacuum. I think there are gonna be other VTuber agencies, and there are VTuber agencies right now that is looking to poach a lot of talents from Nijisanji. It's like all-out war right now. It's civil war for both Niji-en, the people in Niji-en, the fan bases of the Niji-en members, and the corpos. There's gonna be a bidding war, basically. Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's not gonna be negligible.
I'll read all the super chats at the end of the stream.
So
yes. Go on.
So Rima, when you came, did you? We haven't had this conversation yet. Did you like Nijisanji before all of this?
Yeah, at first, because I was thinking of what I wanted to do as a VTuber, I was like, oh, if I join a company, but you know, this was when I knew nothing about the scene. I was like, oh, I'd probably join Nijisanji. They don't make you dance or sing, and I could just stream and stuff. You know, they have a little bit of everything there.
Oh my god. Yeah.
How wrong was I?
Bro, it's funny. Back in 2022, people were like praising Nijisanji for their quote-unquote freedom.
Yeah.
Right? For being more versatile, for being the better VTuber agency despite being small. Look at how the tides have turned. It's as if you have too much freedom, if nobody is hard wrangling your shit, you're gonna create a high school environment where everybody hates each other and people are like fucking kids running around without a teacher correcting them on what to do.
Yep.
The absolute state, right? Fuck me, man.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
I wanted to ask you, kind of changing the subject, but it's about Vox. So somebody said that some of his fans said that he used his gaslighting voice, I think.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Okay, so when Vox does like streaming, Vox has ASMRs and like role play streams that are spicy, right?
Yes.
And it's spicy in like in the ways that fucking girls in the internet, women in the internet, like horny girls in the internet are gonna go up. So there's like manipulation in there, like hot sexy man manipulating you into the things that you don't want to do. There's sexual not necessarily sexual harassment, because the girls are enjoying it, but there's like, technically stuff that's gonna get us weirded and grossed out.
Like hentai.
Yeah.
Sort of.
And whenever he does those voices, he pulls out the voice that he did in his stream. His stream. In his stream with Elira. So when a lot of Vox fans heard that shit, they were, and these are Vox fans that revolted, by the way. They were like, oh my god, yeah. They were like, oh my god, he pulled the fucking manipulation voice. He pulled out the gaslighting voice. It's like, oh my god, yep.
And he didn't have his contacts on.
Yep.
Because when he's role playing, he needs to change his eye color.
Shit, yeah. So that's the roleplay thing. It's actually pretty weird, but at the same time, it's like, oh my god, this is enjoyable. It is enjoyable.
I always thought that people, I guess it's because I saw some of his like sexual jokes come out in a video about like VTubers need to be stopped, and I was just like face palming myself and thinking, oh my god, people are gonna think that we're all like that. So he used to be cringe, but now it's more than that. And you're saying that some of his fans are revolting? What kind of reaction have you seen?
Some fans. Oh, just some fans saying something along the lines. Okay, let me just clarify myself. This is not all fans. There are like mentally ill women out there that's like actually attacking Doki Bird. I've seen some screenshots where someone is apparently like planning a raid, staging a raid, or like a hate campaign against Doki Bird. Yeah, but some fans were like, Vox, I thought you were better than this. You advocated for like mental health and all these kinds of shit. Then why are you against this and all that kind? Why did you volunteer?
Oh yeah, I saw that one thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and some of them are like still coping at the fact that Vox might have gotten himself manipulated here by management, misled. But yeah, that's generally a lot. That's generally the reactions and like the reality of a lot of Vox fans right now.
Well, it might be true that he did get misled.
No, yeah, exactly. I buy into that, Rat. I buy into that, Rat.
Me too.
I kind of refuse to believe that some of these people are like horrible people.
Me too.
I don't want to believe that they advocate for actual bullying and pushing people for suicide and all that kind of stuff. I just wish that I like to believe that they're just misled.
Yes.
But I could be wrong, Holy, at the end of the day, right? These fucking VTubers, they're no better than normal streamers, and normal streamers have like the common issues of being narcissistic, egotistical, actually short-sighted and dumb, like all that kind of stuff, manipulative. Like that's a common streamer issue.
But also,
they're not exempt from that.
Also, I think a common thing for streamers is to be very scared of their branding suffering. And I think they were kind of scared that because of all the backlash that they were losing their platforms. I don't know why they went so far as to throw Doki Bird under the bus, though. That's why.
Well, I mean, they're. I think the simple reason for that is their livelihoods were at stake, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, especially because some of them might think that Doki. This is not Doki Bird doesn't deserve this, but the hate that they're receiving, the amount of backlash that they're getting, they might think that they don't deserve this much. Okay, okay, what we did was bad, but you didn't need to ruin our fucking careers and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I think some of them think like that.
Yeah. I could see that. I mean, the deplatforming is not something the deplatforming of anything is not something I stand behind. But at the same time, if we're talking about just unsubscribing, I think that's totally fair for people to unsubscribe. I mean, if you don't vibe with somebody's content, you don't have any obligation to them.
Yeah. Exactly,
I think their harassment's going maybe too far, though.
No. Yeah. We never advocate for harassment in this house.
No, it's going too far, and even Doki Bird, wants us to stop. And I feel like we should respect her wishes. And I was saying on stream that like we're falling into the Niji trap, because this is exactly what they intended to do, and that's what they want us to do, is to shift the blame and to shift the hate on the livers. So like we're We're digging up all of this stuff on their PL. Why are we not digging stuff up on Niji Sanji or on Riku or on any of the suits?
Rima, you have an interesting rat there. Okay.
Yes.
No, I can believe that. I can believe that too. I can see that happening.
And like how insulting it is that we're falling into Niji Sanji's trap. They've proven multiple times that they were really dumb. So that makes us dumber.
Yeah, no, they're not just dumb. At worst, they're manipulative assholes. And at best, they're dumb. It's either of the two. There's no in-between. Well, there is an in-between. They're both manipulative assholes and they're dumb. But it's like, there's literally no other option. There's no good option for management at this point. There isn't.
There isn't.
I would like to think that they're meaning well, but ignorant. But no, they're not ignorant. They're not. They know what they're doing. That's my rat.
From many sources that are in the industry that they provide like a work environment that's very toxic, and that the management often, like what they did there, show one side of the story. And that was one of the things that happened during Sayu's graduation too, when two of her former friends like came out live on stream and criticized her.
Three?
I thought it was just Finana and Kotoka.
There's Hex.
And Hex? What did he say?
Yeah. It was something along the lines of, oh my god.
I'm gonna have to add that to my video too. God damn it. I missed that one.
Yeah, there's like there was a clip, I think, something along the lines of Hex hair Kotoka Sayu's joke made Hex hair wear uncomfortable or something.
Oh yes, this. And then like people were memeing on him because he had like a dildo on stream.
Yeah. So Teehee.
Yeah, so this is like a pattern of behavior from Niji Sanji where they kind of just have their livers throw like snide remarks. Like, if we take a whole life, for example, Rushia graduated, and from what we know about Rushia now, like, they probably had
dodged
reasons.
the bullet.
Yeah,
they dodged the bullet.
But then nobody said shit about her. Like, at most, they didn't have the reaction we thought they would have. Like, they didn't cry. Like, I don't know, people are saying that Flair was like a little too stone cold and that Watami didn't cry.
I said that in my video, Rima. Yeah, I'm the one. I think I'm actually the one. I don't know if I'm the one that actually started that not rat, but like that observation, but I was like one of the more vocal people. I was like pointing out like, hold on, fucking Watame, literally the most sensitive, most emotional person in this branch, was cold-faced. Flair and like Noel, who was like close friends with Rushia too, literal genmates, didn't even have a reaction. Yeah. It was really only like Marine that had a strong reaction to the termination. Pecora was sad, but Marine was like fucking bawling. So it's like, holy shit. Kind of makes you think.
Her. Yeah, I mean, I saw the Fortune post where like people were saying that Marine's reaction is sus now and Flair's reaction is based from the recent info that we got. But
no.
If you're somebody's friend, you're somebody's friend, you know,
For example, Rima over here could have done the worst shit possible. I would have still mourned her, you know? Holy fuck. It's like when you're super close with some friends and you found out maybe that they're actually not as good person that you thought. You kind of go through all sorts of emotions, man.
Oh yeah,
it's like guilt.
It's even worse sometimes. You even get more sad than that if they were completely innocent.
Yeah, that's why I don't think Marine's reaction was sus. I think that was a normal reaction.
Yeah, same. I agree with that.
But hey, look at where both of them now are, I guess. Shit. Kind of makes you think. Okay, actually, you know what? Interesting rat here. Not rat. Okay. Interesting line of logic here, Rima. So, I've seen some sentiments and some posts, maybe joking and memeing, maybe serious, that the reason why the Hololive girls haven't gotten into any problems is because management restricts them, right? Okay. And at the same time, a lot of people hated that. They hated the fact that the girls couldn't say anything, quote unquote. So that's why they turned to Nijisanji, because again, Nijisanji doesn't have the same amount of restrictions. So a lot of people at first went to the conclusion that freedom good. But now a lot of people are concluding that you need to be able to not really need to be able to control your talents, but you need these girls to shut the fuck up. What do you think is the line there between freedom and restriction?
Yes, I thought about this a lot. So people are also we're calling out for a lot of transparency and stuff, but I think actually Hololive is trying to protect their talents by telling them not to speak up about stuff at the end of the day. And with recent events, with the whole Riroran graduation, with the Sayu termination letter and the Selen Tatsuki termination letter, I think we can safely say too much transparency is not a good thing. Like, I think I'm okay with not knowing all of the details behind someone's graduation. Imagine how much of a shit show Hololive would have started if they listed the stuff that like Rusia leaked, or all the stuff about her being married, and oh my god, I don't even want to think about it.
Oh my god, yeah, true.
It's just much more professional looking MO.
And Nijisanji is far from professional.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that's cool. I kind of feel like transparency is really only a tool that's good for certain situations in the VTubing scene. Like if something, you know, like for example, someone is going on a vacation or taking a break. Yeah, fucking obviously, you need to be like a little bit transparent, right? You need to like tell people what you're up to. You don't get people like afraid and like ratting. But then when shit like this happens, yeah, I agree. I don't think you should be quote unquote transparent. I think you can only allude to what happened, but you can't specify shit. You know, you can't overshare what the fuck happened. It's actually weird.
Yeah, somebody in the chat said like the Mel case was a good example of transparency, but that didn't go too far. I can agree with that.
Yeah, that's a kind of transparency that's not character assassination.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we don't do that. And the good thing about Mel's termination too is that in her PL she admitted that she was like mentally crying. She was breaking down on her PL, saying shit like, "I'm so sorry, I deserve this. It was an accident. I trusted someone I shouldn't have." All that kind of
poor
stuff.
Mel.
Which is like, with that in mind, you kind of get the impression that Hololive didn't want to do this, but just has to for the sake of the rules, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And look at fucking Nijisanji over here, hiding behind fucking meat shields. Fuck. It actually makes me seethe, bro. It actually makes me ashamed. The fact that I said Nijisanji might overpass Hololive in the future. I said that, Rima.
When did you say that? During the
back in
thing?
No, back in 2022. Because of the speed of like Nijisanji's growth, that they were like...
You.
Yeah, because of Nijisanji's growth, their quote-unquote freedoms and shit, I bought into the hype. That's the thing. I said back, I think it was in my Luxium video, I think. I don't know if it was on my Luxium video. But because I bought into the hype, I got so into Nijisanji, I was like, yeah. No, I got burnt out in Hololive. Hololive, too much restrictions. Yeah, that's true. Hololive feels like samey. Nijisanji is filled with interesting characters. Nah, this is a model. This is a model that's gonna go far in the future. This is eventually, maybe 3 years, 2 years from now, Hololive is gonna get surpassed by Nijisanji, bro. That's the future. Like, fuck. We see that's happening over here, and like, ah.
I mean, growth-wise, they did surpass Hololive, but I think brand recognition-wise, or like associating the brand with good things, I think Hololive is definitely doing a better job.
Yeah, no, that's true. 100%.
So,
hey,
you were a Luxium fan, huh?
Hey! Yeah. Well, no, technically, I was a Luxium fan, but when they started their, like when they started appealing to women, not saying that this is a bad thing, right? Ultimately, you have to do what you have to do to get the bag, right? To make money and to grow your brand. And in Luxium's case, their take or their spin on it was appealing to women. which is understandable. It's just that when they started doing that, when they started making like all sorts of gay jokes and sexual jokes that made me uncomfortable, because especially because I was I was a man, and like I'm not saying that to be homophobic, chat. It's just that it's not my cup of tea. You know, I can laugh at gay jokes, but when you're unironically going, I want to fuck my other members and I want to penetrate. Okay, that just kind of makes me uncomfortable, you know? Yeah. So that's when I dipped out. I was still generally a fan of some members, like you know, when they collabed with, let's say, when Vox collabs with literally everybody, I was enjoying him. When Mista was doing a solo stream, I was enjoying him. But whenever there were other people involved, especially with other men, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna watch this shit. Yeah. So that's what happened. I lost interest in Luxium back when they started gay baiting. When they started gay baiting. Yeah, that's when I stopped.
Gay baiting was a big thing back then. There was a Harry Style was also kind of not accused, but he was kind of accused of gay baiting a lot.
Yeah, I mean, in Hololive, it's also pretty common too. But the problem in Hololive is that I also kind of didn't like it when Hololive did it. It's like, fuck, shut the fuck up. You're not obviously gay. I'm not gonna buy into it. But it didn't make me uncomfortable. Again, it's a personal thing. It didn't make me uncomfortable. I feel like a lot of other people does. In Luxium's case, it's just different because they're so yeah. I don't want to go any further. Yeah.
I did cut off your thought. I don't know if you were going somewhere before that. If you remember what you wanted to say. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about something that Chad told me about, that I didn't get to see, the like King Rat thing.
Oh, the grand unifying rat. Oh
my god.
I have not watched that.
The multiverse coming together?
Yeah, hold on. Do you want to pull it on stream?
How?
I have it. I don't have it right now on my Twitter, but I can look it up.
What is it?
The grand
can you send it to me?
Wait. I bookmarked it, I think. Yeah, here we go. The grand reunifying rat. Hold on. I'm gonna link it to you, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's the rat to end all rats. So this is, a lot of people are eating this up, and you know what? I don't blame them. Because there's like too many again, chat. A lot of like fucking Niji defenders were all like, "Oh my god, don't fucking believe what you see, everything that you don't believe anything that you see in 4chan." Okay, they're fucking autists who have no lives and have nothing to do. They're idiots. And then, like fucking 3 days later, it gets proven that most of the rats that they actually have in there were true. And I'm like, yeah, nah, fuck off, man. I mean, people are gonna believe the rats. The rats are winning, but that's for good reason. It's because we literally got a taste of the fact that the rats are real. So
I can't make this bigger for some reason.
Oh, you right click it and go open link in new tab, and then you scroll. You CTRL scroll.
Open image in new tab?
Yeah. You right click it.
Oh, let's go. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So should I read this with my best YouTuber voice, or I can't read all the words there, can I?
I mean, don't, if there's slurs in there.
Okay,
yeah. So scroll, zoom in. Let's go.
Zoom in more?
Yeah, we can't exactly. I mean, I can read it right now.
Wait, let me see. What does it say?
CTRL scroll. Okay, here we go. Yeah.
That's the biggest I can make it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Hold on, move my model out of the way just in case some chat wants to see. Some people in chat wants to see.
Where are you going? On my head?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
You move to, yeah.
Yeah, that works.
For some reason, a lot of people who collabs with me and all that shit gets the idea that I have to be on their heads.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen that before.
Bro, when Kyo and I collabed, when he moved me, he automatically put me on his head. I'm like, oh, okay. This is comfortable, I guess.
It's the Ratfinity War. People are asking to read it in Parrot's voice. No, but
we can't do Parrot's voice.
I can't do Parrot's voice. We need Parrot for that. But I unironically read 4chan comments in Parrot's voice in my head now, and he
true.
A lot of people tell him that.
Yeah, true. We can't. I can't. That's my mind voice now when I read anything 4chan
I
related.
know,
to
right? He is the voice
shit.
of 4chan.
Hey, ultimately, that's a good brand thing for Parrot.
Yeah, true.
Anyway,
All right.
anyway,
So
let's go through this, Rima.
what is this gonna be? All right, the Grand Unifying Rat. Niji launches EN branch, doesn't assign it actual EN fluent management outside of 1-2 people. Lots of
That I can believe.
Yes, that was approved. That was approved by Sayu. Lots
Yeah.
of translations are needed. Allows multilingual talent to step up and help out. That's
True,
the
I can
Elira
believe that.
rat. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. This eventually leads to those talents influencing management, probably by scuffing the translation and directly suggesting stuff to management. Oh, I'm starting to get it now.
Yeah. Continue. Let's go.
Elira is the one who does the most translations, which is why she rarely streams. Okay. Elira is able to get Enna and Millie hired. Sometimes during this, Niji Ian's management is sent... Wait, Ian, India's, I guess.
India.
Management is sent to help with Ian after the former's branch got axed. Translators' talents start getting more and more say in things, probably eventually going behind Niji Ian's back to talk to Niji proper. So I always said that I didn't understand how the clique would be so important, because how could they have a say in what happens? Like, they're a group of friends. If they tell something to the manager, they're going to be like, no, shut up and just keep on streaming. But now with this rat, it could actually make sense.
It makes sense. Yeah. It forms that one missing link, you know? Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna keep on going. This
Yeah,
leads
let's
to
go,
the
Rima.
management having enough of this shit and leaving en masse to go shill some NFT. What are they talking about here?
Yeah, I don't know either. What the fuck?
This creates a vacuum that Elira and others are able to exploit. Other translator talents let this happen because Elira has been good to them so far. Elira becomes the de facto liaison for EN, meaning anything from sponsorship deals to work-related complaints go through her. Enna and Millie become Elira's unofficial assistants at this point, take on managerial duties. Creates a hostile work environment where if you don't submit to Elira's clique, your life becomes a hellhole. Some people try to ignore this and just do their jobs like Nina, but are isolated and harassed until giving in to the pressure. Selen has a get out of jail free card at this time due to all the work she's put into the company, so is mostly left alone outside of some light harassment. Things like sponsorships and merchandising deals are given to people within the clique first, which makes these safe members to give deals. This eventually led to the graduation and terminations of other members too, which creates a cycle of haves and have-nots. Oh my god. My brain is exploding right now. All right.
Again, hold on, Rima. Chat, I would like to say, this may not be true, okay? But the reason why we're taking this, like, the reason why we're putting this at the back of our heads is, again, 4chan rats have turned out to become true. So we have to, yeah, continue, Rima.
Okay.
Continue, Rima.
Pomo probably trying to keep everything from breaking at this point, which is why the company hasn't caught fire yet, attempted to keep her dream alive. Pomo's dreams, Collab gets axed because of the fuckery going on with management, decides she wants to leave. Other people catch wind of this, start to make their exit as well. With Pomo having given up, there's nothing to stop the clique from going full R-word. The clique, which has
Retard.
already... the clique...
I'm sorry.
The clique, which has... You're awful. The clique, which has already been fucking with Selen pretty badly at this point, decides to take things up to 11 because they want her gone. Millie, acting as a stand-in manager, tells Selen the company needs perm before she can release her cover song. Wait, Millie? Okay. Selen is not having any of that bullshit and ghosts her, letting the video go up. Wait, they think Millie's the one in the screenshots? Millie
Let's go.
writes to management who private the video. Millie taunts Selene publicly on Twitter for not listening to her. Selene, who was already planning on graduating anyway, can't take the amount of bullshit and fails to solve Sudoku. Management ghost tweets her Twitter, heavily suggesting she attempted to an hero. Hero? What?
No. It's like you know what that means.
Okay, yeah. I guess I can figure it out, but I've never heard it said that way before. Pomu is really not dealing with this shit right now. Demands to get let out as soon as possible. Thus, the sudden January graduation. I can kind of believe that. Others like Kyo also want off Miss Illyra's wild ride and try to get out as soon as they can. Whoa.
Ooh, oh, indeed.
Okay, so I saw this scrolling on my Twitter and I was like, yeah, I didn't feel like reading, but man, I was missing out.
You were missing out. Let's
Yeah.
go. Okay. It's wild. This is actually just wild.
This is so wild. Okay, Selene was prepared for this bullshit. Had legal send over a document listing all of the complaints she had with the company, along with promises of receipts and want to graduate immediately and receive compensation for wasting money. I feel like I believe that it fits with her character. Like,
Yeah,
she's very on point with stuff.
It's basically also what she said, right? That
I also,
yeah, that they literally just tried to like they wanted management to suffer like to have like legal repercussions. Yeah.
Illyra,
Anyway, let's go.
Okay. Lawyer tries to send the doc to Niji GP. They send it to Niji EN since this is their bullshit to deal with. Illyra ends up having to translate the doc to JP, begins to mold off the face of the planet while reading it, shares the info with other livers. Everyone gets upset at Selene's claims. Illyra gets EN to send a message to JP to terminate Selene immediately for a bunch of bullshit reasons. JP doesn't know EN is just a puppet state at this point.
Puppet state. It's so wild. Here's the thing. When in shit like this, it's normally like there's a lot of insane shit, but sometimes there's sprinkled a lot of truths in there or a lot of things that do make sense. So you're half doubting, but at the same time you're half believing it.
I know. The thing is, like, they say the stuff that everybody's not always willing to say because it's anonymous. But
the rats are winning indeed.
The face of the planet. Where did they get that from? Unless they were in the Discord or something. I wonder what is this? Is this an image or something? I don't know.
Let's go. We'll analyze this later. Let's go. Continue, Rima.
Okay, after the puppet state, after a quick look over, JP writes a termination letter and gives Ian the go-ahead. Doki, previously Selene, had planned for something like this to happen, possibly talked with previous livers, and had a legal statement ready to go. Click was planning on everyone to shit on Doki like they did with Zion/Sayu. People who've worked with Doki in the past come in to defend her and even turn some of the allegations around on Niji, who can't do anything because management fucked up their NDA papers. Niji starts getting shit on. Everyone loses subscribers, stocks even take a hit. Main branch is now staring at EN, wondering what the fuck happened. Have to put out a statement to their stockholders, which ends up pissing people off even more due to how it's written. Riku has to get off his yacht. It's like when it makes me think of when George W. Bush got like he was playing golf and they were like, Mr. President, there was like an attack, a plane crash, on 9/11.
That face. That face when he gets told, right? Yeah.
Okay. Riku has to get off his yacht now in order to make public statement about this. Probably pissed. Sometime during this, Illyra realizes she'll probably be in huge trouble if she stays in Canada and flees to Japan using Niji to cover her permit. Niji Ian is now headless, needs to put out a job application looking for someone to replace
God!
Oh
my god! They took in the missing manager thing. God, okay.
No way. All the holes are being patched right now. Doki is winning, Illyra is seating. Illyra puts together some R-word video with other clique members in order to defame Doki, sets the video to launch at the same time as Doki's first gaming stream since her return. People questioning how the fuck talents can read the doc without it being illegal. Statement is put out by EN saying it is legal. People start asking how the fuck that's possible. Rats begin to overlap on VT. The Rat King is formed. More rats begin to fit into place. The gratifying rat is born. That's gonna be my next thumbnail, the Rat King.
Oh my god, bro. You look at all of this, right? Again, you look at through all of this, you might notice that some things are bullshit, but some things like fit too much. It's like, oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, a lot of it makes sense, but oh my god.
Yeah, actually, the click stuff could make sense. The Nina stuff could make sense because there is a clip of her that went around that was say you're enjoying this way too much.
I'm sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine. The Rat King. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Rat King, for this. Whoever put this together, you're totally not mentally ill, but we still appreciate it.
It just sounds poetic, you know, like how it sounds like the plot and like the title of a movie, the grand unifying.
Yep. It's like when all the multiverse get finally linked together and you understand the timeline properly, and all the parts that were of the puzzle that were missing out finally come together.
True. Fuck me. What do you think, Rima?
Nina did say that once she joined the company, she wanted to hang out with the other girls from her gen, which was who was it? From
girls from her gen?
Yeah.
From Cydia.
Yeah, but
that
it was Millie and the other girl.
Millie
and
oh my
Anna.
god, I can't believe I'm forgetting. Yeah. Millie, Anna, and who was the fourth person? I forgot the other one. Oh my god. I'm actually schizophrenic. Who's the other one?
I reading this just reading this made us lose remaining brain cells. But anyway, she did say that she tried to like get in touch with them and sit in a voice call together. And,
Raymond.
Yes. What?
Yeah. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
She tried to sit in a voice call together to like get to know them better, and they never did. And then later on, she found out that they were hanging out in voice calls together. So. Like I'm seeing this in there a little bit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that whole part where she was left out, quote unquote, then yeah. Oh, is there? Yeah, okay, chat. Sorry, Jesus. Okay, yeah, that one. Oh my god. What do you think, Rima?
What about the whole thing?
Yeah, what do you think? Do you believe it?
I don't know. I don't want people to jump the gun and go harass people if I say I believe some of this stuff. But I feel like I said before, I didn't understand before why people were portraying the clique like they had so much power, because I was thinking, after all, the management and upper management are going to make all the decisions. With this narrative, it would make more sense.
Shit. Okay.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
What do you think?
Holy shit. I think I can believe this. Not all of the details, but like the broad strokes, I can actually believe this for some reason. I don't know why. My gut is just telling me that some parts of it is true. Like the broad strokes of it are true. But
yeah, I could see Pomo leaving because she kind of left in the middle of a lot of backlash and controversy against the company. I could see that she had enough, and she doesn't want to have anything to do with this toxicity. That
Do you think there's a queue?
there's a queue?
Do you think there's a queue? Yeah, like a graduation queue.
I mean,
Like
aside
there are
from that
people.
video,
Yeah, there's like people that are already. The one other quote unquote leak is that apparently Rosemi is gonna go. That's a quote unquote leak. Okay.
Why?
What do you think?
Well,
Because
what did
it's
she
Rosemi.
say?
Nothing. She didn't say anything. All literally, Rosemi has not said anything, like throughout this entire ordeal. But the rat, not the Rat King, but like one of the quote unquote leakers. Anybody could imitate the leakers. That's the thing. But one of the leakers are saying shit like that Rosemi, that we have to look at the rows. That there's a waiting list.
Interesting.
There's a queue. Yeah.
She did. Why did she delete yesterday's tweet?
What do you
Was
mean
she-
yesterday's tweet?
well,
Oh, the
she-
retweet?
No, she
Oh, wait.
tweeted at one point telling people to be like, thank you for all your support. I appreciate all the love you've given me, but try to take some of that love and apply it to the other livers as well.
She said
And-
that?
Yes, and that tweet got deleted. Like, I bookmarked it, and when I wanted to put it in my slides, it was gone.
Oh. Oh
But-
no.
I think she's one of those, like, unpeachable characters, too, that people really like, so...
Yeah,
maybe
nobody
they
hates
also-
Rosemi.
Yeah, they want her to leave.
I will fucking murder. Not murder, but I will castrate everybody that does not like Rosemi. Anybody that hates Rosemi is a bad person in my books. How can you hate someone like that, you know? Yeah, I'm looking at her tweet, her Twitter right now. I don't see
Yeah, no, it's gone.
anything.
No,
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone, yeah.
Well,
It was
well,
like a thread. It was like 3 tweets.
well, this is terrifying.
Oh, you think management got a hold of her?
No. Well, that could be.
I think
But
she
that
just
could
got
also be-
backlash
Yeah,
and deleted it, maybe.
maybe. Did you see the retweets say what the general consensus was?
No.
Fuck.
Yeah, well, we're spending way too much time seeing everybody's reaction and stuff. Like, there's content coming out of everywhere. I can't keep up with everything. It's too much.
Yeah, man. Hey, all I'm saying is that I'm not gonna farm this shit already than I already have. Honestly, I'm a bit too tired.
You released
say
like
that-
3 videos in 2 days.
Yep. Hey, man, we have to farm this shit. Hey, man. Hey, that's why I'm telling you, man. We need to stream. You need to stream more of this
I
shit.
know.
Yeah. You
Well,
gotta
I
farm
wasn't
this
even-
shit, man.
I wasn't even about to stream today, but I was like, fuck it. I was typing out my script and I was hyping myself up, and I was like, you know what? Screw
I'm
them.
just gonna stream.
Yeah, guerrilla stream.
Yep. So, where do you think Niji-Sanji is gonna go forward here?
Dude, I
There's,
don't
like-
know. They have like an Activision bad reputation at this point. Like, they're
Hmm.
unironically considered evil. We haven't talked about the Millie rat though. I feel like the one where Millie is acting as a standing manager is like a little too far. I don't see that one happening.
Hmm.
And the thing with EN and JP not knowing about this, that I could see that one though. I could see that one
Hmm.
being true, maybe.
No.
But who
No.
knows?
I can see the logic there. Yeah. I can
Be-
see the logic there.
The logic of this rat.
No. What you said.
Yeah,
The Millie, yeah.
yeah, the Millie thing, and
Shit.
yeah, I
Shit.
think they didn't realize that Doki has networked far outside of Niji-Sanji, and that these people would come to defend her. I don't know how Niji-Sanji can turn the boat around and fix this. It's gonna take like a very long time, and more Billy funding, a lot more of it, lot more of it.
I think Niji's not gonna improve internally, or at least not in any substantial sense. I think they're just gonna make it seem like they improved.
Yeah, me neither.
Yep.
And I think they've proven multiple times that they weren't gonna improve. Like, they could have 2 days ago, they could have put this behind them, But
They decided to
didn't.
be petty.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
they've proven to us over and over again that they're just very petty
Hmm.
and they're not improving.
And as long as there's... Okay, here's the thing. You remember when V-Shoujo's quote-unquote problematic talents, or at least the talents that were quote-unquote problematic to a lot of people, left, and then they got replaced by fucking Mista and Nina and Henya. Do you think Nijisanji is gonna change if they take away the people that are problematic in there?
Well, they'd have to take out a lot of people now.
Yep.
Because Vux and Ike are now implicated.
Yeah. But let's say it happens. Let's say Vox, Elira, Ike, and Millie.
and Millie
Generally,
leave.
the people, the people that a lot of people do not like right now. If they leave, what do you think is gonna happen?
I think people would. I think that the VTubers in general, it would improve because it would be all the ones that are, drama free, and people would enjoy watching them. But I think the whole management being controlling and not giving them perms and not letting them do a bunch of things, I don't think that would ever change. I don't think the revenue cut's gonna change. And I don't know if the support's gonna change, even though apparently they're building a 3D studio. Maybe they'll have more 3D concerts, but...
Here's the thing too. Bro, this is gonna upset me a lot. There's gonna be a 3D concert coming out from Nijisanji EN, and fucking Niji defenders are going to be like, oh my god, you guys are wrong, see, they've improved. And like, yo, shut the fuck up. Them doing a 3D concert doesn't change jack shit.
No,
that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen.
For sure.
And people are gonna buy into it.
Yeah. They keep hinting at we have a lot, guys, we have a lot of projects coming up. We just can't talk about it. Like Millie said that when she was defending Niji in her whole Niji Sanji is not a black company. And Riku Tazumi echoed these words too in his announcement. But
I don't care, bro. It's no matter how many events you put up, you're not changing.
A 3D yacht.
Imagine though, bro. Imagine as a massive power move. Fucking Selen gets her 3D first, literally before anybody else in the GEN, and it's on a fucking yacht. Oh my god,
That'd
bro.
be lit. I'm sure some artists are probably offering their services as we speak.
Yeah.
I would love for her to have a 3D concert soon. That'd be lit.
Yep, before any GEN members, I would prefer.
I mean, even when they do have their 3D events happen, the numbers don't even pull a single Pecora stream number. It's kind of a flop.
I think it's because, generally speaking though, I think it's because it's EN. And EN 3D concerts are not that big of a deal. For example, when Gurag's first 3D live came out, Girl didn't even breach 100k viewers, 90k below. So I think it's an EN thing.
Okay.
Yeah. That's just me though. That's just me. I don't know what the actual reasoning is for that.
No, it could be true.
Yeah. But MEN, nah. I don't care what the fuck they do. They're not changing. My opinions of them is not gonna change anytime soon.
What do you think is gonna happen with the EN branch? I mean, he'd said he was gonna add support to it, but could you see it go the totally opposite side and have it implode or completely get the ID treatment? Which means basically graduating, or stopping the support until they do graduate.
Here's the thing. Riku has shown many times in the past that if a branch is not profitable, they will collapse it. They are not scared to close it down. And if that happens to EN, which I think will not necessarily happen, eventually they will. But when Riku says that he's gonna implement some programs and systems, that's such a nothing burger. What kind of programs and systems?
Yeah.
And Yeah, like how do such programs guarantee that it's gonna help? What, you're gonna put a fucking like a sermon, not a sermon, like a speech or something, like an entire fucking, what's that thing where you listen to a few smart people in a room, like not a
A
convention.
meeting?
Yeah, not necessarily a meeting, but like when people listen to you,
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like that.
like what they do like in TED Talks.
Yeah, stuff like that. What, they're gonna pull something like that? That's gonna be your program?
I
Like,
don't know
bro.
how he didn't have a thing set up for EN branch for the YouTube program until last year. What the hell?
Yep. They didn't. That's the thing. A conference, a panel. Yeah, a seminar. Yeah, something
Yes,
like that.
a seminar.
A
Yeah,
seminar.
yeah.
Yeah. What? Those are gonna be the systems that he's gonna put?
How to
What?
not be an evil company 101.
Yeah. And then imagine though he does that. He does a seminar, and literally the shit in there is the same shit that a lot of anti-union people are gonna use. Like fucking, when a talent is disgruntled, make them shut the fuck up. Take over all their social media immediately. And if you see any rats, ooh boy, make the ghost skinwalk the talents and make them try to address it.
You know how
Because
they're
Rico,
all about making the corporate environment a good place. Like at Walmart, you have to do like this chant whenever you come in the morning, where everybody holds each other's hand, and they're all about like, no, guys, we have really good, perks living here. It's a very positive environment, but you're still
yeah.
getting dog shit pay. But don't leave us,
Yeah.
please.
Leave us, please. I feel like that's the thing. That's why a lot of people didn't believe Rico's shit.
Yeah.
It's actually like fucking corporate shit. Like fucking hell. They've never done that shit. For Nijisanji Indonesia, for Nijisanji India, Nijisanji Korea. What are they gonna? Why do we have reason to believe that they're gonna make it? That they're gonna make it happen for EN?
Mm-hmm.
They're fucking cheap as fuck. They're not gonna. Like. I don't think they're gonna do anything
Yeah, I think
aside from like words.
they need to show us with their actions and not with their words anymore, because their words are just meaningless at this point.
Mm-hmm. But what kind of actions, I wonder, is what they need?
It's gonna be good enough.
Yeah, I'm struggling to think of like I'm struggling to think of actions that's gonna be quote unquote reliable. That's gonna make me think that.
Well, the thing is, even if
changed.
the livers state that they're happy and they're even if
bullshit.
the livers would be like, oh my god, now they let us stream any game, my new manager is really cool, they really help me on projects, we still wouldn't believe them even if it wasn't true.
Yeah, well, that's we wouldn't believe them, but the fucking Nijisanji defenders, the people that wants to believe it will believe it.
True, and that's also the audience they're trying to salvage either, because that's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
When you get into controversy, you gotta make your audience believe you, because the other people, well, you're not gonna turn them to your side.
Yep. And yeah, I'm thinking of ways that it's gonna happen. One of the ways that I was like toying was probably I think them pointing out or like kick booting out people that are actually problematic. But then
Yeah.
I fear that they're going to make it a scapegoat. They're gonna give a scapegoat. Like someone that probably didn't do that much, probably that had a lot less responsibility than what many people seem to think, and then the talents are probably also gonna be misled and get shit like, oh my god, so it was your fault all along. We need you out. You're the reason why we're sinking right now. And then they're gonna terminate that guy and then say, yeah, the fucking person that's responsible for all this shit is left. You can come back to us now. I feel like something like that is also possible.
I could totally see this going. This is very in character for them.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Okay, do you mind entertaining the chat like 30 seconds while I go to the bathroom?
Oh shit. Okay. Oh my god, fucking throwing the baby on my hands. Jesus. Okay, chat. So, okay, you go, Rima. You go, Rima. I'm gonna entertain them with a rat that I've had for a long, long time now. Okay. Okay. Here's the thing, chat. I have a rat. I have no proof that this is gonna happen, but I have a rat. I have a rat that management is probably going to encourage a lot of people in their PL accounts to either say that they should support the company and get other people to like say that they hate the company. That way, they're going to hate. They're going to have their scapegoat more easily believable. Why do I believe this? Is because I believe Niji Sanji is just that incompetent and petty. They will worm this way out, and like they will try to worm their way out of this using the most horrible, most deplorable means they could. You don't have to believe that, but that's my rat. Fucking crazier things has been proven true, and you're meaning to tell me that fucking like crazier, a less crazy rat is not gonna become true? They're gonna find a scapegoat. A scapegoat, yeah. Ultimately, oh god. Oh my god. It's the end of the world. There's a fucking bell ringing outside. But yeah, ultimately, I don't care how it's gonna go. It could go in the most tame way possible. It's going to go in the most insane way possible. But they're gonna get a scapegoat. They're gonna find a scapegoat. Yes, Scarlet yesterday. I mean, the Scarlet thing was not necessarily a scapegoat move because, you know, but yeah. The fact that this is not insane anymore is crazy, right? Exactly. What I'm telling you guys right now isn't even insane. It's not as insane as the fucking rats that are pulled, as well as the it's not as insane as the other rats that are written in the fucking Great Unifying Rat, and people still buy it. People still think it's believable. Because at this point, all bets are off. Everything is believable now. Whose BLs are active? A lot. I don't think I want to name them, but like a lot.
I'm back.
The end. Don't forget your meds, bro. I'm off my meds, but still gonna believe it regardless. Hello.
Hello.
So basically, I told them my rat.
What is your rat? I missed
my
it.
rat is that. Well, my rat is that they're going to find someone or anybody or like multiple groups of people and make them the scapegoat. They're going to try it in the most insane ways or in the tamest ways possible, but regardless, it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, maybe the rat is right and Riku is pissed and they're gonna make somebody the scapegoat. That does happen a lot in corporations. Like when there's a big scandal that happens, there's this one like very evil company owner in Korea who keeps having like his underlings take the fall for him. So I could see that happen.
It's just very common. It's very common.
So that's what they gotta do to keep the company going, kind of, because people want a scapegoat. They want somebody to blame, and we've seen that in the past few days when all of our anger is turned towards the livers.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily sure who the scapegoat is gonna be though. I'm not sure, but yep, it's gonna happen.
Why do you think they never tell the talents before they put out an announcement letter?
I also asked myself the same question and asked chat the same question. And generally speaking, I think a good answer is to prevent leaks. Yeah, but I feel like that's like a bullshit reason. Like, yeah, I guess to prevent leaks is an understandable like reason, but I feel like the cons are too big. You know, the cons, like fucking, you're gonna risk your talents being fucking flashbang shocked just so you want to prevent leaks, brother. Come on.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm not.
Shouldn't you tell the person that you're gonna let go of them? And then anyway, they're all under NDA, so technically they shouldn't leak anything in the first place.
Well, we've a lot of artists and a lot of other people that worked with Niji Sanji has came out and claimed that their NDAs are super bullshit.
Oh.
So they have NDAs that are apparently very like not paper. What's it called? Like not malleable, but like easy to shake off or something. Like it's not great of an NDA. It's not written in like proper ways. So it's like that might apply to a lot of the talents. Is all.
Okay, I only saw like artists saying that the NDAs were mishandled. The information put in there were not handled properly. I didn't see that the NDAs weren't solid, but I also believe that.
I mean, generally speaking, if that happens to fucking artists, I imagine that that's also pretty common in a lot of other areas, like people that are working with them via like composers, mixers, artists, animators, even the talents, even the managers, even the interns, even the everything. So that's why I believe in that, right?
Non-enforceable NDAs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could the
Non-enforceable
scapegoat
NDAs
be
indeed.
Illyra? Kind of an outlived your usefulness moment.
Oh, that would be so poetic.
I
I can
mean,
see that happening.
if they sacrificed like whoever people thought were the clique, it would appease a lot of people, I guess.
I'm still not gonna support them though.
No. I
Yeah.
won't.
Yeah, the Sayu wasn't hit though with the lawsuit is a proof. Okay, yeah. I can yeah, I feel like that's something. The fact that Sayu was able to say the things that she said and still get away with it scot free means that Sayu consulted with a lawyer, and she did say that she consulted with a lawyer to properly analyze the entire NDA and the things that she signed, and they got to the conclusion that she was able to say a lot of things scot free.
True.
So,
they found the loophole. NDA is written by interns, somebody said.
Yep.
Yeah. Raging Nuzagi said that.
Hey, stop stealing my brand, fucking loser. I'm not depressed Nusagi right now. I'm the raging Nusagi. I'm mad.
Yeah.
I'm upset. Yeah. Elira's channel has been nuked?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No, they just mean like she's losing tons of subscribers.
Oh, okay. By the end of the week, Doki Bird's gonna surpass literally every female Nijisanji member.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like she's crushing records right now.
Yeah. Biggest indie, like the best, biggest, and most unset precedent for an indie debut ever. Actually,
that is crazy, but also kind of good for the VTubing scene. Oh yeah, so do you think whatever we've built so far is gonna get crushed by this bad news? We've had bad news before that reached the outer circles of VTuber fans.
Yeah, the Russia thing.
The Russia thing, the Coco thing.
Yeah. No. It's gonna damage Nijisanji though.
Yeah, okay. Me too. I feel like it's not the worst. I mean, it's not that it's not the worst, but it's like, I don't think the VTuber scene is crumbling down.
Yeah. The Coco, we have to think about this, right? The Coco and the Russia termination was HoloLive related, and those are the two big news that got out of the industry. Nobody blamed the HoloLive for it. Outside, they were blaming China, and they were blaming like VTuber fans and like idol fans in general for Russia. But with the recent revelations, it seems like public opinion outside the VTubing scene is also turning. People are now against Russia, and I don't see the same thing happening in Nijisanji's case. They're going to blame Nijisanji. They're going to hate on Nijisanji. So, yeah, no. Not
good, though. Screw them.
Doki will create her own corpo, Doki Live.
Maybe she might do a VTuber group. I don't know if she'll go corpo.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna go corpo. I mean, yeah, but I feel like she doesn't want to go corpo. But if she does need the extra help, she's going to V Shoujo.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at this point, V Shoujo is the closest thing to a corpo and to an indie that you can get.
Yeah.
It's basically a good option for her.
And Kaeson's
not
there.
Sure. Yeah, Kaeson's there too.
I would just go there because Kaeson's there.
And like a lot of her previous friends, I mean, I don't think Selen and Mista was ever that close. But
I wonder why.
Nina, I think they're not really that close, but they're relatively close.
Yeah. I feel like Nina's the one to take anybody that's new like under her wing, so I'm sure she'd make her feel welcome.
Hopefully. But yeah. Yeah.
She's popping off with her new manager. It's crazy the way she talks about how she sounds free now. It's like she's gone out of a very abusive relationship.
Yep. And that abusive relationship is probably going to still continue to haunt them in the future. Is all I'm saying. Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad they're getting exposed for what they are. I was telling Chad that earlier. You know, our first collab was like talking about drama tubers, and like we were scared back then to criticize Niji.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now it's completely turned, and like I saw that cute tweet the other day, and now I was like so pissed. He was like, "Well, I'm glad I can now openly hate on Niji," and you know, we would open Twitter almost every day, and we would have people flame them and be upset, and now
Basically,
people's eyes have been opened.
Yeah, we're justified in hating on them a lot now. We have a good reason to do it now. Because I feel like even if I did not want to shit on Niji, I still wanted to believe in them, but right now, nah, I'm not believing jack shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another option for Doki is to join an esport or esport adjacent organization like RPR and DTO just did. She can still stream and organize events. Yeah, and they I think give her money every month.
I mean that is if she needs it, but I don't necessarily think she does, if I'm being honest. But you know, the possibility is always there. Honestly.
I mean, she's somebody that likes to organize a lot of things.
Yeah. She might need a lot more help than her manager is.
Yeah, that's what I think so too, because she's exploding so fast. She's growing so fast. What about Filian? Like, does she have a big team around her?
Filian? I would think so, yeah.
Because she's organizing the VTuber awards and so on. Wait, isn't she with Mythic?
Mythic? Yeah, Mythic. Yeah, Mythic was actually the one that sponsored and organized a lot of shit for her. So, yeah. Mythic is kind of helpful whenever they want to do, like, stuff. But, yeah. But, I don't know if Doki Bird wants, like, someone that can bag her sponsors and can help her with stuff without joining a corpo, she can actually just join Mythic. That's, like, a good option.
But what does Mythic even offer? Is it just like that they'll bring you sponsors and
they'll bring that? Yeah, they'll just Mythic is like they'll literally just give you sponsors and assist you when you ask for like when you have big projects and stuff.
Yeah,
and that's it. We should be part of Mythic.
Yeah, that's the OTK. Hey, any Mythic friends in here? You know,
Asman, hook us up. Yeah, please, Tihi. I will literally leak everything I know about VTubers to you. You can start your own VTuber agency. Just get me in there. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah.
Like, Asman hasn't invested in a lot of stuff, but he invested in that agency, and I think that was a really good move.
I mean, it's not really... Okay, here, chat. Oh my god. A lot of you guys are fucking... Chat, Mythic is not a VTuber agency or a, like, or a talent agency, okay? They're a management agency. Oh, no, sorry. Not a the opposite. They don't like let people decide. They don't decide for the talents. They don't do the shots. They literally just support them.
Yeah,
it's literally just a support group.
Yeah.
But yes, Asmon, Papa. I'm not gonna call you Daddy. Tihi, let me suckle on those. You know. Yeah, we're over here. Please come. We have a lost cat girl and a fucking depressed rabbit dude over here. Fox
girl.
Cat.
At least you didn't say horse.
Cat. No. Oh yeah, horse. No, sorry, you're a horse now. I keep forgetting you're a super. Yeah, you have a horse girl and a rabbit over here. So Tihi.
I feel like they probably take a bigger cut than corporations, and that's why.
Yeah,
for a lot of VTubers that feel like they can do everything on their own with maybe a manager and like an assistant manager, it's a good option for them.
Yeah, if not Mythic Talent Rima, we'd like to go for Charlie's group. He has like a company that also does something similar. It's called Human Media Group.
Yeah, I know.
And he
I tried to email them a couple times. They never answered to me. Such.
Do you want to do it again? Do you want to do it again? Like pincer strike? Email them at the same time?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Let's go.
We're
gonna do that.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. Yeah. We won't lose our freedoms. We won't lose anything. We're not gonna be even under a brand. We'll literally just get people that's gonna bag us sponsors and shit.
I think that's what I think it's a good thing to branch out outside of the VTuber scene and to collab with like some real people, like some face streamers. There's not the same tension or I don't know, drama maybe that's associated with the VTuber scene.
Yeah,
I mean,
generally
there's drama
speaking,
in the streamer scene too, but I don't know how to explain it.
we're kind of away from that. Yeah. Like, well, for example, like fucking Too Mad apparently died right now, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I'm like nobody in the VTuber scene kind of gives a fuck.
Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't know him, but apparently he was like a popular like memer and shitposter.
Yeah, and he's getting outed for all sorts of things.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
After his death, have some respect for the man, man. Let him sleep.
Yeah. I mean, they were very bad allegations.
Oh,
so...
really? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Pretty bad allegations.
Pretty
bad. Yeah. But that's not part of the VTubing scene anymore. That's fucking turbo cringe flesh streamers that we don't care about.
Ew.
But yes, we do. Joke, Asman. Don't take that personally. Please get Mythic to hire us.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I was kidding. Allegedly. Allegedly. Fuck me. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Rima, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna bounce for a bit. Okay. I still have like adulting stuff to do. I have to go pick up the laundry. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. Sorry for making you wait for a long time.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. You have a good, very profitable, very long stream and happy farming.
Thank you so much. Thanks for stopping by.
See ya.
See ya. Bye-bye.
See ya.
All right, so I'm gonna do the super chat streaming now. The super chat reading. Man died. Yeah, I saw the fact that he. I don't want to say anything before seeing the allegations, but apparently he did died with. The only thing I saw is that he died with Overwatch on. Yeah, when he can't fight back. Something a little wrong about talking trash about somebody who's passed. Not sure the hate for Holo when they went beyond by removing CN branch who are pro CCP and harassed Coco and protected Rusia private light. Yet she doxed herself. What more could they do? Well, back then people didn't know about all the Rusia stuff. And all people saw is that they didn't protect Coco enough. And they didn't protect her. They were slow. They were slow to put measures in place to protect her from all the spam bots. I have a video on it. Nuzagi also has a very good video on it. But they did end up turning it around. But only after they made the finance, they, calced everything. And they were like, oh, you know what? We don't need China anymore. But also... to be fair, they also had a duty to their shareholders. Would have to verify if they were actually publicly traded then, but if that was the case, then maybe to do that move, they would need to have the approval of shareholders, and then they would need to prove it with numbers. Numbers speak. Whoever sent me a carrot and a horse, thank you. Okay, I read those. Face Connect will take up the next spot left by Niji Sanji. The future of VTubing will be more indie and less corpo emo. I also think the future of VTubing will be more indie. I think, Shoto did like a comment on that. And Shoto's a very famous indie VTuber. And he's doing very well. And he did speak up that like you don't need a corporation to start you up as a VTuber. The thing is, what's tough is the money you put up front, but after that, you can do it pretty well. And giving a percentage of your income to somebody always sucks. Cover was private back then? Okay, well, I don't know. They calc the numbers. I received a super chat regarding Vox PL. Thank you for the super, but I don't think I'll read this because it feels like he doesn't want this PL out for sure, so I don't want to do this. But thank you for the super. DN, short for D's nuts. Yes. For the Mafu Mafu situation, you'll have to cite this blog post from September 9th, 2022, since that's when it was first talked about. Okay, well, I'll check this out. I'm doing the research for this video as we speak. Takedown made a good point about Doki's tweet. Her document that led to the term is called journaling. I think people suffering from mental health and don't have a proper vent system do. Was that what she referred to? I mean, I know what journaling is. I didn't know it was some kind of like... I did it for some time. It actually helps. But never for a long time. And I thought it was more like sort of lawyers could look over it. Don't be blinded by Big Monkey's lies. Anyway, you're doing great with the second stream. Really proud of you, Rima. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for the super, Celtic. Narcissism is a hell of a drug. That it is. I'm sure some people will hold on to their streamer career because they're more obsessed with the attention and the clout and the numbers going up than the actual money. I know that Doki's case is probably still in the discovery stage, but I wonder if there's a chance at all for her to file criminal charges in Japan for violating medical privacy laws. Because I know that gets you pee-pee smacked over here in the States. Yeah, that is highly illegal. I don't know what's going on with Doki's case. I just know that generally it's not a good idea to fight against a multi-billion-dollar company. Also, thank you so much for the 50. That's huge. Thank you so much. I just feel like I said it yesterday, and for those who weren't there, I just think that they're gonna like slowly drain her out. They're gonna drown you in paperwork. They're gonna send you like, you know, you can request some files. They're gonna send you like a bunch of useless files, so your lawyers have to sort through everything. And who's gonna pay all that? Well, now I kind of want a refund from Alira now after reading the Rat King. Okay, the Rat King stuff was very funny. Thank you guys for showing us this. I mean, I passed it very quickly on Twitter, but we had a good laugh. Skiz, welcome to the cute squad. I'm gonna have to rename the squadrons on YouTube to fit with my new lore. Mume had an abrupt off time, same time when Selene was MIA. After that, Mume was praising Mume. I don't know why I'm calling her like that, Mume. She was praising Holo Management that gave her okay for that time. Holo Management always gives them the okay if they need to. Yeah, they really take care of their talents. I'm trying not to be a Holo shield there, but I think they do. I really think they do. Oh, come on. Why are people still making excuse for this livers? Any decent people wouldn't talk crap like that to unalive victim. Elira visa excuse is so high copium to not criticize such behavior. I think I remembered that CS being sent while we were discussing Vox. I mean, yeah, it's messed up if they're the only factor that drove her to attempt on her life, but we don't know that yet. We don't know if it was a buildup of many things, maybe the environment, maybe the people that work there, maybe the livers, maybe stuff we don't know yet. So I don't want to jump to conclusion yet. And I don't... Some people are making excuses for them. I mean, I don't think I'm making excuses for them, though. I think I'm being fair. We're not a tribunal at the end of the day. Was there any indication of Doki not pursuing litigation? Yes, she said in the document here that at the very that she wanted this to be done, and that she thought it would be the last after she sent a document and that she got terminated. She really thought this would be the end of the whole lawyer thing. It doesn't matter, they targeted a vulnerable person. True. Thank you, Skiz. If there's a likely payout, lawyers will take the case on commission? Do they do that? They hold off... Actually, I did speak to a lawyer that sometimes does stuff like pro bono. So maybe she could find a lawyer like that. If they really think they could win the case. But even then, like, it would need to be a lawyer or a firm that has a lot of resources to expend that on Doki. She's not trying to sue them, she's just trying to defend herself and making counter-statement to slander. She doesn't have to take them to court over it. Yeah, that's what I think too. I don't think she'll take them to court over it. But what happens if they decide to sue her? We'll see. But you guys said that their contracts are shaky and their NDAs were shit, so maybe they don't have any grounds to sue her. Some lawyer get paid after a trial from the settlement. Oh, that's interesting. Bach's acting was so bad. Do you think he did it bad on purpose as an indicator it's demanded by management? Oh, like blink twice if you're in danger? I don't think so. I think he was actually trying to act it out. With the heavy sighs and all of that. Address from other livers could have been a crucial element to cite for Doki to tell her story, especially if it was the time she was doing off collabs. True. I think so too. Like if they were maybe in close proximity or something. Or if something happened outside of streams in IRL. Vox sounded like AI. We kind of all sound like AI when we're recording stuff. And oh, I guess I slipped up and kind of admitted that I believe that it was pre-recorded. I actually think Vox was genuine with what he said. I think he actually believed that. Yeah, it was very personal. Like, if management gave you talking points and they were like, go my friend, save this company's face, save your career, you probably wouldn't have added so much stuff. But he did. He went there. He went for the hurtful stuff. Listen, brothers and sisters, the only thing that you can help Doki is to not dox the talent. Just unsubscribe all Kuro scum EN and don't buy merch. True, that person's speaking fact. Thank you for the super. To say that everything is permitted is to understand that we are the architects of our actions and that we must live with our consequences, whether glorious or tragic. Very poetic. Legal battle between individual versus billion-dollar company is not a good war financially. Yeah. It also looks like a headache and a lot of anxiety, especially if she's somebody already struggling with mental health problem. How would they face Doki after they realize they were wrong? That's what I was thinking. I wonder if Vox now feels bad over what he said after, not because of how people are reacting, but after how she refuted the fact that she recorded it on purpose. But he also had a lot more like bones to pick with her, so maybe it doesn't change his opinion of this. But it felt very cold of him. I'm not saying they are 100% the bullies. What they did is still wrong and no excuse for that. That's what I meant on my previous super. Oh, okay. Thank you, Cody. Thank you for clarifying. Also, don't forget about Yugo Azuma. Yes. So Yugo was a liver that also graduated from Niji Sanji. I don't remember the details of his graduation anymore. I don't know why. I'm sorry, guys. I always forget about him. Poor guy. He actually had a very interesting story. And like some events that led to a shitty termination. Wait, was it because people were like being trans at that time? Or am I thinking of somebody else? They were being transphobic? Am I messing up timelines or narratives there? Terminated but called graduated, yeah. Yugo got axed. Yeah, I think I vaguely remember people saying that he got harassed. There was never a clear reason. Alright, I'm gonna have to check Fortune for that. I'm gonna have to dig. He would drink before streams? Well, maybe he was nervous. He is trans, but I don't know about transphobia though. Okay, so if that's him, then I heard that he was like harassed, poor guy. Some said because his PL was getting too much attention. Oh no. They were transphobic to him. Like he wasn't the one being transphobic. I heard that they were being transphobic to him. But I don't want to say too much on that because I don't have the receipts in front of me and I don't want to spread misinformation if I'm wrong. I think expecting the internet to act rationally is unrealistic. People are going to attack everyone in Niji Sanji regardless of Doki's wishes, regardless of if they were involved or not. Well, that is true, but also I think a lot of people are more nuanced and realistic than we think. They just don't voice it. It's usually like a loud minority. And yeah, right now emotions are running really high. And poking fun at Niji Sanji has become like the new thing to do. So people are gonna poke fun at them for a while still. That's a good one. Rats used to be an indicator of a sinking ship. Banger. That's the future I see. Face Connect. Everybody thinks Face Connect is gonna take the power vacuum that Niji Sanji is gonna left behind. I mean, I sure hope so. They are opening in Japan now. V4 Mirai said they were the third like biggest agency in the world. So maybe. I feel like you can't control the internet. You really can't. It's like a spark that spreads like a wildfire. Just remember, this is all allegedly. I'm assuming you're talking about the Rat King stuff, yes? Get down, Mr. Tazumi. The second rat has hit the yacht. This is Alec Jones of VTubing. Sounds like bullshit, but sometimes the craziest shit is real. True. Sometimes life is crazier than anything you could have imagined. Bro, us reading this post is like that scene in Ratatouille when the head chef reads the papers and gets increasingly worried. Oh, by the way, guys, if you haven't done so already, go follow me on Twitter and join my Discord over here. And I recently came back on Twitter. I literally quit for a couple months because I was spending too much time on that platform. It's too toxic. It's toxic. But I'm back. I'm back to state my opinions on things. I'm done being a bystander. What's so great about Discord? Well, my Discord in particular is pretty great because there's a lot of really cool and interesting people there. A lot of VTuber knowledge goes around, and you get all the latest news and rats. And we have a cool fan art channel and even a cultured fan art channel if you're 18 plus. And from time to time, we hang out in voice chat and we play on the Minecraft server, and we have also a Final Fantasy XIV FC guild. Part-time supervillain because, well, super villainy hasn't been working out too well, and I gotta be a YouTuber to pay my bills. And my spaceship is broken, so that's gonna cost a lot to repair it. So for now, part-time. And Niji-sanji keeps getting yabbed, so it's gonna be part-time for a while. Scarle is streaming. Oh yeah, she was supposed to start her regular stream now, so I guess she's not streaming on members only. About the journaling, she said, it was first made during my darkest time mentally, and I wrote everything on my mind little by little at a time. Yeah, I have it up here. Is it here? Yeah. The document mentioned was at first made to document my thoughts and history with evidence so that my lawyer can see the general picture of what was going on, and if there were issues that should be addressed. It was first made during my darkest time mentally, and I wrote everything on my mind little by little at a time. Yeah, but then she adds, I made the document thinking that it was never going to be public to anyone but to my lawyer. So she's saying that she made the document thinking that no one would see it except her lawyer. So I think that's an added nuance there. Maybe it started as her journaling, and then it evolved into her wanting to see if Niji-sanji had broken any rules, and she wanted like legal counsel on it. Part-time, I heard Niji-sanji is hiring you if you're interested. Well, what am I gonna get? Like 2% of all the money I earn? No thanks. Also, I'm new here, but I really enjoy your content. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super. Rima, are you a wolf VTuber? Fox. I'm a fox VTuber. People keep memeing me that like I'm a horse VTuber because I guess my artist forgot my tail. But I am working on a redesign, and I'm gonna show you guys, and if you guys keep calling me a horse, my military might make you disappear because I am a villain. If Niji-sanji were to drop the court case as a show of goodwill and just settle it with Doki out of court, would that help with their current PR image? People would still meme them because they're like, why would you settle if you didn't mess up? I think they would need to do a lot more than that. At this point, them dropping the court case and settling out of court is the bare minimum they could do. I'm gonna kick us? I'm not gonna make you kick us. I'm gonna have people make you disappear if you call me a horse girl, okay? No more horsing around. That threat won't work. You'll see. Either way looks bad for them. I agree. They sued someone and lost? Who? I know that when they copy striked Kyo and false ID, so once you claim, once you file a counterclaim via YouTube, then the company gets to like respond, but after that the next step is like going, you know, through legal, and YouTube is like, you know, I don't want to get involved in this. So Niji-sanji didn't want to go there. They were like, no, it's fine. You guys can keep the video up. We don't want to sue. Because suing was the next step. I didn't want to go there. A Japanese drama tuber won against Niji? Really? For what? Wait, I'm interested. I'm curious. Fall side has a cover story on it. Well, I'll have to check it out. Bosh, I know you're here, not leave. Bosh is such a clown. Narukami, okay. I'll try to remember that. Kori also got involved in a lawsuit with Niji Sanji. People are so trigger happy on the lawsuits in Japan. Yeah, people keep memeing me that I'm gonna rid as a centaur. Vosh is not allowed here. Yeah, not that kind of horse. Not the horses Vosh likes to think about. Oh no, Rima, hide from Vosh. That sounds awful. Tomoe? Yeah, Tomoe Animation. That's what you're talking about? Nijikuro is so cheap that they don't want to go to court? True! Their investors wouldn't let them. Niji strong-arm those that threaten them but eventually loses. The thing is, in Japan, what I heard is that if you got a lot of money, you can win most court cases. Rima, he's not interested in you because you don't have a horse PP. I thank God I'm safe. I mean, Kori isn't a no-name. I think he's pretty well known in Japan. When I heard about the possibility of resource scarcity and competition within Niji, the possibility of bullying unfortunately made a lot more sense. In harsh environment, there can be bandits. Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, it's a very competitive, everybody for themselves environment, and why would you not, you know, only help your friends? Why would you help somebody that's not your friend? You'd want to hoard all the resources, which is kind of reminds me of the whole Genshin Impact drama that's going on. There's this one guy, I think named Asu, that people called out because he was kind of gatekeeping every Genshin Impact resources from other creators that he didn't have in his clique. The problem with moving on is the bullies are not punished and another situation can happen again with a worse outcome. That's what worries people. Yeah, it took me a second to think of that. I guess I didn't see it that way. But what is the answer? I suppose somebody needs to be reprimanded. If there is somebody that is behind all of this. But now that they've made this such a public display out of all of this, again, if anybody graduates, it's they're gonna take the blame, I suppose. People are gonna say that they were the bullies. They're gonna dig up their PLs. They might get doxxed. Like, what's gonna happen? Cody's super chat echoes my sentiment. Doki may not want to name people, but she may need to. That's sad. That actually makes me worried. Makes me worried for her and everybody. Niji Sanji needs to completely overhaul the Ian management. What I've said before, but it's actually super sad and it's gonna make people really angry, is that I actually think if Niji really wanted to fix what was wrong with their company, they would need to trim a lot of stuff, but that also would mean getting rid of a lot of VTubers. So I think we're gonna criticize them if they keep hiring new people, and we're gonna criticize them if they terminate people. So they're kind of just damned, they're doomed. Yeah, that's why Nuzagi's right is believable. We'll see. I'm sure there's gonna be an update soon, because this drama keeps on giving. Lyra gets hated in her lifetime, moderators are retired already? Yeah, of course. Wait, she's streaming after all this? Yeah, it sucks that Kyo's graduating through all this and he's not gonna get the attention he deserves. If nothing gets done, I feel like an even worse Nux Shoji incident and reinforces the bullies always wins feeling. Consequences are needed. Guys are calling for the pitchforks. But the thing is, Doki's also gonna suffer if this goes on. I think the best is for people not to apply to Niji Sanji. I don't have a character reference sheet, but I found an artist that I'm very excited to work with, and they're gonna work on it soon. TM. They might need to kill the problem, aka Lyra. If she is the problem, yeah. If the Rat King is right. Maybe, but people also said that Kyo was part of the of the clique because he collabs with them a lot, and they seemed close. So that part doesn't really make sense. I think somebody used some blacklisted words for some reason. I don't know, or it didn't go through automod. You think they already cooked next gen? People already canceled their auditions after this? I hope so, but Nuzagi said that like 20% of 1,000 applicants still were interested in joining Niji Sanji, so there's still like 200 people they get to choose from. And that's wild. Hello guys. Anyway, I think that's all for me today. I'm getting pretty tired now. I'm crashing. It was a great Valentine's Day stream though. I can see a large part of their male fan base staying no matter what. It seems like many of their fans are either underage or foreigners. The female talents might be screwed though. Yeah, I think so too. And I think the whole... it's like one of the only places you can go to as a male VTuber. How do I raid somebody? I still haven't learned. Do you guys know how? Or are you noobs like me? Mori's live. I'd raid Scarle, but I'm afraid that you guys will scare her. And I don't want her to get anxious, so I don't think it's a good idea. I'll have to VOD up. Crap, Kyo told me how to do it, and I don't know. Fudge. Mind lagging. Raid Cali. How? Manual raid. Purple Men said that DG put out now hiring notice. They're only specifically looking for Japanese students. I've seen this. It's in my video.
You're listening to that's really high.
Okay, I open her stream. That's the first step. No, they need to accept me as a raid, though. I don't think I can raid them. Alright, guys, a scuffed raid. I mean, I don't know. Go say Rima sends you or something. Verbal raid. Verbal raid. Go, go, go. Oh, yeah, YouTube link. Yeah. That's a good idea. I'm gonna paste the YouTube links. Alright, go, go, go. Go, cavalry. Behave, chat. Yeah, behave. Bye. Love you guys. Thanks so much. Happy Valentine's Day. Love y'all. Bye. Good night.